Welcome back, guys, and this is me here with another video. Unfortunately, I couldn't do this video yesterday, which I was supposed to, and I apologize for that because I wasn't really well, and I'm not still 100% with respect to what was happening. But then again, we need to be doing some content on the channel now. It's been a while since we have done more videos, and because of that, even though I have this rash that is bleeding like hell and stuff, I'm here, and let's get this video started. So big up to Ryan in the chat. He said he won't be able to join. No worries, Ryan. I'll just check that mod thing out soon, and no worries. And you can rewatch it. No worries. Enjoy your football. So the thing is, big up to everyone who has been supporting the channel. As there it was mentioned before by me, we are less than 1,000 watch hours away now from monetization. So that is the current target of the, you can say, the current target of the month, and I want to get it started because the next year, as I mentioned in the FPL video, next year's FPL fantasy will have access to anyone and everyone from across the world, and people will be able to get access to this our FPL tournament. All they will have to do is uh, just just go and make a super chat of $10, and they will be able to play the they will be able to take part in this FPL tournament that we have every year. And the other thing that I want to add is that apart from that is that uh, we will be actively trying to increase the number of people involved. We'll be having we'll be having a Euros fantasy as well, and the fee of the fantasy tournament for the Euros will be the same as well. So that is the main reason why we are covering beyond the post. We are covering these games and Spain versus Portugal, and that is why I want to talk about these games and discuss this Portuguese squad tonight that has been selected for the Euros. And before we go into it, congratulations to Phil Foden for winning Young Player of the Season for the Premier League, and congratulations to uh, Ruben Diaz for winning Player of the Season in the Premier League. I expected Diaz to win, nevertheless, and but with respect to Phil Foden, it was close between him and Mason Mount, I guess. Mason Mount, Saka. mm, Phil Foden is obviously better than Saka, no doubt about it. Mason Mount, Saka, but Foden again is better than Mount as well, I guess. Rashford could have been a close call there, as per some, because I think this is his last year. Marcus Rashford will not be eligible, if I'm not wrong, for the upcoming Young Player of the Season awards because he's 23 already, and he'll be 24. So I think it is mainly, you can say it was mainly the team of Manchester City that got the credit, and that is why I think at least Phil Foden has won this prize because of what Manchester City did overall, winning the league and winning the League Cup as well. People tend to totally forget that Manchester City did win the League Cup this year again. Like, hold on. Yeah. So people tend to forget that Manchester City is not just a league winner. They won the League Cup. They went to the semis of the FA Cup as well. So Manchester City did a bit more than some of the other clubs in the league, and I get the feeling that that is why Foden was rewarded. Uh, Chelsea, I think Mason Mount will be a top contender in the Champions League one. He and N'Golo Kante, I think they will go head to head with respect to the Champions League one. So overall, with respect to Phil Foden, I can say that I am 50% surprised, 50% I'm not surprised because I expected it to be between Foden and Mount. So either way, it was going to go for one of them. I don't think it was going into Rashford's tally. Mount, even though he played well in the second half, Foden, some may say, had fewer games. There is a difference there in the, you can say, in the opinions as well. But Ruben Diaz, I felt he was going to win it. I had no doubts because I knew that they would give it to a defender this time. And the other thing is, Harry Kane did score the goals. He won the Golden Boot. So I don't think they try to avoid as much overlap as possible when possible. So I expected Ruben Diaz to win. I didn't think it was going to be Harry Kane this time. Uh, so at the end of the day, they gave it to the person that they thought was better in terms of that. But overall, it's all good. And yes, so there was this game between Spain and Portugal, which I was supposed to be covering, but unfortunately, as I mentioned, uh, because of the health issue and the concern, I was unable to do that yesterday. So I am doing this video now. And the other thing with that I'm talking about is some of the teams and the players. Like, it was a goalless draw. It was a goalless draw between the two teams, and it was kind of like a boring friendly where they tried out stuff. I get it. I get it that people will not say that, like, it's just a friendly at the end of the day. So that is a good thing with respect to the friendly being played out. But the fact of the matter is that it was a boring dead friendly. I don't think people enjoyed it. I mean, I did not. I did not enjoy it. Whatever portion segments I saw of it. Another news that Unai Emery bought a Spanish club, and he's purchased a club that goes by the name Real Unicorn Club Iron. He's bought a Spanish club. Big up to Unai Emery. Money well spent, I guess, from his winnings and from his contracts. So that's good news for him as well. And overall, yes. So one second. Yeah. So I was talking about this thing with respect to the game between Spain and Portugal. Sharing the screen, sharing the screen, sharing. Spain versus Portugal. Spain versus. There is a bit of pain still in my leg, but the show must go on in a way. So I may be a bit like a little less energetic today, but at the end of the day, it must go on. So big up Miss Melina in the chat. How are you? So this is the game. Let me highlight the game. The game between Spain and Portugal yesterday. Let's look at the stats. It was a goalless draw, as I mentioned. Nothing to choose between the two sides. Spain had 10 shots, Portugal 5. Spain 2 shots on target, Portugal 1, which shows how dead a game it was. 66% possession for Spain, which should be the case because Spanish like to keep the possession. 34% for Portugal, 687 passes versus 360. That is almost double the passes that Spain had. 90% pass accuracy, 80% pass accuracy. That okay, the kind of Spain dominated that, but I think most of those passes must be like sideways or playing out from the back because they like to keep possession. That happens generally. Pass accuracy is higher when you keep higher possession. And 14 fouls each. So I think they matched on that. No yellow cards, no red cards. Surprisingly, no yellow cards. See, if I am a player, one second. If I am a player and supposedly I want to get selected for my national team, and I want to be fighting for a place, so I should be putting in efforts, and there should be like a bit of. I get the fouls part, but like I would be really intense. Apart from the fouls part where I can see 14 each, I don't see intensity overall in the shots on target. It's like vague shots that were taken from distance. And as Miss Molina said, Morata missed a chance at the end of the game, but I get that what you're saying is last minute miss and Spain lot of possession but no end product. Exactly. So this reminds me of what Arsenal does overall in every game more or less, this season at least. So no red cards, 3 offsides each, 3 corners to 4. So I think it was like Spain trying to attack and create with possession, and Portugal trying to push it in with respect to Portugal trying to score the goals from the corners or the set pieces. Overall, no goals in the game at all. 0-0, boring as hell. Let's go through the lineups once quickly. So Simon, the keeper for Spain, doesn't obviously not the first choice. Lorente, Laporte, Torres, Gaia, Alcantara, Busquets, Ruiz, Sarabia, Morata, and Torres. Fernando Torres. No, that's Ferran Torres. I'm still living in nostalgia. Fernando Torres has retired. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, overall, going into. Hold on, why is this behaving funny? Yeah, so going into the substitute bench, Aspilicueta, David De Gea, as I said, the first choice keeper, and Diego Lorente, Koke on the bench. Gerard Moreno, I like this guy. Eric Garcia, not so much, but anyways. Robert Sanchez, Rodri from Man City, Jordi Alba from Barca, Dani Olmo, Mikel Oyarzabal, and Pedri from Barca again. Luis Enrique, the manager, and let's look at the hold on. Why is this behaving? Fernando Santos's team. This is behaving kind of funny. Yeah, his starting lineup obviously Ronaldo up front, Jota, Felix, and Sanchez behind. This guy is this. Yeah, he was at Bayern, right? Renato Sanchez, but now he is at Aston Villa, if I'm not wrong. Is a Portuguese midfielder who plays for. No, he's at Lille. Okay, so that's a different Sanchez. My bad. I apologize. He's at Lille. He was at Bayern, and so I guess now he's at Lille. They signed him as a youngster. What is his future doing right now? Is he on? Is he on loan? No, he's been purchased by Lille. Oh damn! No wonder they won the league this year. Anyways, so Renato Sanchez, and behind that Pereira, Oliveira, Guerrero, Pepe, Fonte, and Semedo. Semedo from Wolves and Patricio in goal from Wolves again. The thing is here, Pepe, he's quite old now. I don't know if he'll be able to manage. Moutinho, Andre Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony Lopez, William Carvalho, Rafa Silva, Ruben Diaz, Pedro Gonçalves, Ruiz Silva, Nuno Mendes, and João Palhinha. These are the other players. And Chris is asking for the link. Hold on, Chris. I'll just send you the link so that we can have a discussion. Shh, 1 second. I was just busy looking at the squad. I apologize, and big up to you as well. I think you texted me on Twitter, so I'm sending the link in the Twitter chat. Just take a look at the link in the Twitter chat, Chris. You can join in. So I think overall, if I let me first go through the ones that I quickly know a lot about. Cristiano Ronaldo, the world knows about him. I don't need to mention much. Diego Jota, Liverpool signing. I think he had a purple patch. I think he needs to prove himself next season. His injuries are a problem. He looks like a good player, but can he do it again next season? That is the main thing. Jao Felix has all the talent and the quality in the world, but uh, can he perform? He's Atletico Madrid, not the right club for him. I'll just quickly add Chris as well. Big up, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm okay because like after what is happening, anyways. But forget that. About the Portuguese team, do you think that the likes of Jota, Joao Felix, and or Joao Felix, however you know pronounce it, and Renato Sanchez will come good in the Euros?
The thing is, what I think about this Portugal team is, and a lot of Portugal fans I've talked to say about their team is they have one of the most. They arguably, other than France, they have the best squad overall. If you look at it, and the problem is that if you saw, did you see the match yesterday? The
No, I didn't see much of it. I saw highlights of it because I was unwell. I was supposed to watch the game and do a watch along, but because I wasn't well, I'm still not 100%. I couldn't see the game, but I saw parts of it, like the highlights.
Yeah, exactly. So they
Yeah,
aren't very great. Like Fernando Santos is getting, I think all the Portugal fans admire him for what he did in 2016, but I think it's time for him to go possibly
uh,
because he's not. If you can see, if you look at all that talent on that pitch, they
yeah.
arguably should be beating Spain, and they played average. They didn't play that great.
Do you think it's because that they don't want to exert too much or get injured or something like that? Like that happens a lot.
Maybe, but that we'll come to know once we because they have one of the hardest. They have the hardest group in the Euros, so that will give them a good challenge.
Yeah, and the thing with Fernando Santos being the manager still or the coach still of the Portuguese national team is because when you win a title, you obviously got to get the chance to defend it. So you do
Yeah, yeah,
understand
that's
where I'm
pretty
coming
obvious.
from.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if he messes it up, if he fucks this up, then probably everyone will be calling for his head or don't take him to the World Cup. As simple as that. But then again, I think it's more to do. You know how Barca is built around what Messi wants. I
yeah.
think Cristiano Ronaldo wants him because like if you saw the way when they were in that final when he got injured, Cristiano Ronaldo, uh, he was like he was not ready to leave that touch line, and he was also barking orders in that final, and it showed the kind of unison at least the team has, even if you may say that
Mhm.
the
Also,
guy is not.
speaking about the Spain team
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
they have Laporte is one of the best choices they've made, and then and that Laporte Pau Torres partnership is probably one of the best centre back pairings in the Euros. Probably, maybe. I think Deschamps made a huge mistake letting Laporte go to Spain. If anyone saw the game, he had an amazing performance, and I think he got standing ovation when he got subbed off because this was his Spain debut and he did amazing. Even and the fact is he's not usually a left-footed center back. He usually plays left center back, and
Yeah.
he's playing out of position. And if you've seen Harry Maguire when he plays in the wrong when he plays in his wrong center back role, he it's hard for him to cope with. So that just shows how good he did in his an out of position.
You know,
And
the funny thing, you mentioned Harry Maguire today. There was this guy, a Manchester United fan, on
uh
Twitter, who was arguing with me on based on stats that Harry Maguire is better than Ruben Diaz.
Man, defensive stats, as I love using stats in every football argument, defensive stats
Big
don't
up,
mean
Mike.
anything at all because defensive stats are useless because you can't really judge how good a player is at defending using defensive stats. For example, if you take a player from the West Brom team and any centre back, for example, take Sami Ajayi,
Yeah,
he has to make more tackles than someone obviously in City who play a possession style football. And Sami Ajayi has to face a lot of shots. He has to go in for tackles, etc. So he'll obviously have more defending to do. So he'll have better stats. So defensive stats aren't really a metric to see how good a defender is, unlike
yeah,
attacking stats.
and the thing that he was telling me is that no, Harry Maguire is better. Harry Kane is robbed. Ruben Diaz isn't good, and they
I
have and people started making compilation videos of his errors through the season.
I mean that's a bit unfair on him because I agree Kane deserved the award, but it's not like it's not like a huge robbery. I would say little less deserved than Harry Kane because come on, Harry Kane's a striker and has more assists than Bruno and KDB. So I think it was a no-brainer, but still, I guess. I mean, I think another consideration to give him the award is because this is his debut season. He's only 23. He did so well. Maybe that's the reason he got it as well.
Yeah, I think the fans wouldn't have given a damn or given a shit if Ruben Diaz won the young player of the season and they gave the
Yeah,
main one to maybe a Harry Kane.
yeah. I think probably because Harry Kane's been good for like so long, so people just want to see Ruben Diaz in his debut season. He's only 23. Why not give it to him?
Yeah, I think the other thing also about that is probably because City won the League Cup, and they
Yeah,
made it to
that's as well.
the semis of the FA Cup
The
as well.
final and the finals of the champions. I know that's
No,
unrelated, but they did.
it's not relatable. Yeah, so that is like they only consider domestic. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So talking about the Spain team, now with their defense sorted, I think unless they need that front three to click because Morato's if he saw he missed a sitter Like he was a one v one. He missed a 1v1 against who's against Patricio.
Rui Patricio here.
Yeah. So I think Gerard Moreno should be leading the front line, not Morata, because Moreno is actually clinical. He will finish chances, unlike Morata. And I would probably expect Oyarzabal to start on the left. He's better than uh I mean, right? He's better than Sarabia, so that's not the real front three. I think it depends on who Enrique prefers, Gerard Moreno or Morata.
I don't think he's going to start with Morata because Morata is more or less like in his last tournament, maybe World Cup as well, and then done. The only reason I think he's probably trying to just keep him there is because he doesn't have any other striker right now. I mean, I know Morata is 28, but the way that he misses chances, I guess that I think this could be his last World Cup major tournament,
Maybe.
Euros and World
You
Cup,
never know.
because the thing is, if Gerard Moreno becomes the first choice like regularly, so I think they will find another backup because if Morata will miss chances like he did yesterday, I don't think they'll keep him for too long. He
Hmm.
his Chelsea, he even though he may be 28 and Moreno is 29, but the problem is that you cannot be missing chances in the major tournament. If you're missing such chances in a
Exactly.
major
He
tournament,
missed
it
a
could be
1v1, which was very simple to finish. And I
it.
think,
Yeah,
and speaking of Moreno himself, he's had like 10 appearances for Spain and he's had 5 goals. So it just shows that he's probably a way better attacking option than what do you call Morata.
yeah. And once again, I was just talking about the situation that Buendia has been linked with Aston Villa. So I get
And
the feeling personally that it is just a rumor to force more money out of Arsenal.
no, I don't think so. I'll tell you why. Because Aston Villa, right? They have a shit ton of money. The new owners. I'm pretty sure they're actually in for Remy Buendia, and they've seen the potential in Dean Smith, and they want to invest. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty probably true rumors. But hey, you never know. I believe it once I see the signing done.
Yeah,
So
the reason I'm saying that is because Aston Villa does not need a right winger. Don't they have the Sanchez guy that they just signed? So how
no,
where
no,
will they
no.
even
They
play
don't
him?
have a right winger. They need a right winger slash
But
cam. I mean,
no,
Grealish
they
plays cam. They
no
don't have a they don't have
Grealish
a good
plays on
right
the left
winger.
wing generally.
Yeah, Grealish plays on the left.
Yeah.
I think no, but for Villa he usually plays centrally. Someone I think Traore plays on the left, Watkins, and I think usually it's that what's that guy's name? El Ghazi. He plays on the right, but El Ghazi's been underwhelming. So
No,
I think
Traore plays on the right, if I'm not wrong. I've seen him play on
wait,
the
let me
right.
just check.
Yeah,
I'm not
you are
sure.
talking. Grealish plays on the left, Traore on the right. Who's in the center? Let me just check. I don't remember the one on the center, but I'm sure about the Traore and the Grealish thing. And okay, Grealish was
Uh,
playing central. He was playing cam and Traore on the right. So El Ghazi on the left, Watkins as the striker. This is
yeah,
the recent one that was against Chelsea. But before that, Grealish again, same. Yeah. So Grealish plays like a cam, and he was playing, I think, as on the left when he came on as a substitute, or he was pushing towards the left.
I'm pretty sure Traore can play left or right. So I think they do need a Emi Buendia because both of their wingers are pretty not they're not that great, to be honest. Traore has been okay. He's not been bad. I won't say that, but he's not great as well.
Yeah, but I get the feeling that this is just like Norwich trying to. I'm not saying there won't be interest, but Norwich just trying to push the narrative that Arsenal pay more money and pay more money
Yeah,
upfront.
fair enough.
B-
But I'm pretty sure they want 40 million. That's
Uh,
what I saw.
no, the reason they are trying to you can say talk to Aston Villa about the deal is more towards the deal is because of the fact that Aston Villa is ready to pay more money up front, and Arsenal always have that scheme policy where we will take it long term and we will pay you in parts and all that
Yeah,
happening around it.
yeah, exactly. The Emi Buendia, not Emi, I mean, Aston Villa have a lot of money to spend, so they have rich owners, very rich owners. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get Buendia.
Yeah, let's see what happens there. Anyways, getting back to the topic in hand. So Cristiano Ronaldo is still leading the line, no doubt about it. The only concern that I have is towards the pivot, the two-man pivot that I can see there. I think William Carvalho could probably be one of the starters, or who do you think will be the starters for Portugal in that double pivot?
Yeah, the double pivot usually, I think, in my opinion, I think it should be Renato Sanchez and Sergio Oliveira. I think they're the best. Maybe Ruben Neves and Sanchez. They have very good midfielders.
So you are saying you won't play Sanchez up front on the right wing like he was
No,
played
no,
yesterday?
no, no, no. I don't think he played on the right. I think, I'm pretty sure I didn't see him much on the right wing. I don't know. Let's forget that. What I would do. The thing
Yeah.
is, this team has so much talent. You can't have one because if they want, they can play Palhinha in the center. They can play. They have Bruno Fernandes. They have so many good players. It's going to be hard to pick a starting 11.
I think the thing is, they should. I think what they will do is probably switch Joao Felix to maybe the right wing or something like that, and fit in a
To the
Bruno behind
wing.
Ronaldo. And
Uh
if
huh.
if they start Jota, I think he can start. But eventually, I think they will have to fit Bernardo Silva in somewhere as well on the right hand side. I don't know how they'll
Yeah.
switch it around. They'll have to switch it around, or maybe Felix goes to the left.
They have a lot of squad depth. That's what I'll give them.
Yeah, maybe Felix can go to the left and Jota can go to the bench initially, and Bernardo Silva comes in on the right, and probably he adds something there. Again, as I'm saying, the defense only concern is Pepe is a bit old. That is my concern. Whether he'll be starting games or will it be one of the other guys, Ruben?
I think it's Jose Font and Ruben Diaz. I think they're the best. I think that's the best centre back pairing they have.
Yeah, I think
Jose Font's
Ruben
been
Diaz
amazing.
wasn't part of the squad. That is what I was looking for. I don't think he
Yeah,
was part
yeah,
of the
he was
squad
in that.
yesterday.
I don't think he
So
was.
if he comes in, I think he will and start with Font and Semedo on the right wing. But what about the left wing? Who do you think, or the left fullback? Who do you think will be the left fullback?
No, I, I think Santos is the kind of guy who would give it to the more experienced player, Rafael Guerrero, and not to Nuno Mendes.
But do you think he has the legs still?
Yeah, yeah, Rafael Guerrero's like 26, 27. He's had a terrific season at Dortmund.
He's 27 right now. My only concern is that as a fullback, when you like have a tough season, like tough in the sense where you have an exhausting season, and then you go to an international competition, whether you have the legs for it or not. That could be one of the
I,
concerns.
I mean, what I think will happen is in the group stages they will rotate. I think they'll rotate like once. I'm pretty sure Rafael Guerrero will start the games against France and Germany, and Nuno Mendes will
Okay.
start against Hungary.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, as you said yourself, they don't have time to take it easy in the group stages as well. And now my main problem is, if suppose Pepe is starting, I'm just saying if he starts
Hmm.
any game, the fullback will have to put in a big shift, because the fullback will have to do a lot of work. He will have to like run down the flanks and even cover for Pepe at times, because Pepe does have the positional understanding still. But what is his age now?
Yeah,
33,
he's
38
38.
years. Yeah. So he's not going to have the legs to run too much.
Yeah, exactly. But if you saw in the Champions League, he played pretty well. But I think they'll still give it to Jose Font because he's been exceptional and he's a very good player. Ruben Diaz and Jose Font will become a very good centre back partnership.
And one sec, other people from the squad. What I was trying to ask you was other members of the squad. With respect to that, who do
Uh-huh.
you think? Like Cristiano Ronaldo is your first choice striker to start all games, right? There is no way that anyone is dropping him.
I mean, something different. I would say will start Ronaldo on the left and Andre Silva up top. Maybe something to switch it up. Andre Silva has had a brilliant season. He scored more goals than Erling Haaland as well, and he's a very good player.
What about
Or
starting maybe a Jao Felix up top?
I mean, you could play João Felix on the right, Diogo Jota on the left, or Ronaldo up top and Bruno in the center. I think that's how I would do it. Or Gonçalves, but he's been. Oh my God, this team has so many attackers.
That is why we are discussing the European champions first, because they got a lot of players there that can play, and I think Santos will have a problem discussing. Santos will have a problem deciding who to play and who not to play,
Yeah,
because
exactly. Bernardo Silva is also there, another big name, but he's had an underwhelming season. Andre Silva's had an amazing season. So it depends on if he wants to play on form or just his preferred
I think
11.
I think I think Jota may not start because of his injury-prone nature. I think Jota will be on the bench. He may come in as a super sub, but I get the feeling that it has to be one of these guys. I think Felix may go to the left, Sanchez may be dropped, and Bernardo Silva
But
coming in,
I
and
don't
Bruno
think
at the
Jota
center.
will be dropped though, because I think Santos quite likes Jota because he started every single game for Portugal ever since, like, I think you know his amazing run of form.
No, I'm
He's
not saying
started.
I'm not saying he will be dropped because of not being a good player or not being liked. I'm saying
Hmm.
because how injury prone he is. Like they will want to conserve him from the start till the end of
Yeah, that's also
the
there.
tournament.
He's not injury prone really. He's kind of unlucky. The first injury he had was because he got like some crazy guy from the Denmark team, Midtjylland, like tackled him and he got a bad knock. And the second one was a training injury. So I won't call him injury prone, but still, he's been their main output of goals. If you've seen like the last few games, I think scored against. He scored against in their last two qualifiers as well. He scored like three. He's been amazing for them.
The only concern that I have is Fernando Santos won't have the guts to drop Cristiano Ronaldo.
He doesn't have the need to. Ronaldo still got it. He's amazing, but the thing is, the problem he'll have is focus the rotation part because he needs to play it smart because he has two big games in Germany and what's the other guy? France.
France.
France needs to be his all-out biggest, strongest starting 11. Germany, most probably the starting 11, and Hungary is the game which they can rotate a bit.
I think it should be the other way around. I think they should be focused on beating the shit out of Germany because they're a crap team right now.
Yeah,
They should probably, obviously, they should destroy Hungary, and they should try to play for a draw against France. That is what I would do.
I mean either could work because their first game's against Hungary, the second one is against France, and they have a very good amount of break between the Germany and France game. They have like 4 days.
Yeah, so that is the game that you go all out for. It could so be the case that France could qualify easily, and that game between Portugal and Germany would be the decider between who goes through next.
That could be another scenario because Portugal v France is on the last day of last match day.
Yeah, so whoever wins that game, whoever wins the game between Germany and Portugal could be the one going through. If they both
Yeah,
end up playing
that's
a draw,
that's another thing that could play overall thing that
yeah,
could
if they
affect
both
it.
end up playing a draw, then it probably comes down to the goal difference and
Hmm.
how, like, not to throw away the games. And that again could actually benefit Portugal. The only reason I say that is because Germany could, if they don't be careful, they could end up losing to France in by huge margin, and Portugal then knows exactly what they need to get on the final day of the group.
The thing with Germany is that they have such I don't know. They've been playing shit. They play what I think what was their last friendly? I forgot which team was. They scraped a draw. I think against Scotland. I think was it Scotland? Can you just check? Yeah,
I'm
probably it
just
was
saying.
Scotland. I think.
It was Denmark 1-1.
Denmark. Scotland was against the Netherlands. The thing is, I don't expect much out of Germany in this tournament. When I expect the time I expect Germany to be dangerous is when they and when Hansi Flick comes in before the World Cup. Oh my God, that team's going to be very scary. When
No, but
Hansi
that is
Flick's
that is
that's
another bad call according to me. They should have waited till the end of the World Cup, because you don't give the manager, the coach, enough time. You give him like a few months. Go get your shit sorted out. Get this scrap team
I mean,
back
he
to
has
running.
he has 1 year, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty used to with most of those players there.
No, the problem is, again, I'll say it like in a different manner. The thing is, see, what happens is, it's not just another tournament. It's not just a Bundesliga that, okay, you can probably win without doing much. It's a World Cup. Now, if either you should have sacked Low before this Euros tournament, because what would that do? That would give them a platform. Okay, try a few things out. If
Fair
whoever is
enough.
not working, drop that player. Now you are telling this guy that you have 1 year. If he fails miserably in the World Cup, suppose another group stage exit or something like that, they will not back him at all. The fans will be on his neck. They will say, okay, maybe he had 1 year, but he's done shit. He's not done anything. Why do we keep him? So they could turn on him, and that could be a big problem. The
But
other thing
Hansi
is,
Flick, I think the quality of Hansi Flick will just show. I'm pretty sure they will do well in the World Cup when Hansi comes in.
let's see what happens there. But why are you trying to take that risk in the first place? That is what I'm not understanding. Like, you could have
I
just
mean,
had him.
Joji
Yeah.
Lowe's has been not been great. He's fallen off ever since that World Cup run.
Yeah, so that is why I'm saying they should have sacked him probably after the last group stage exit.
Yeah, that's there.
You gave us
But
a World Cup. Thank you so much. Now it's time to go. Like Wenger.
yeah, but the thing is, what would be interesting is, do you ever think Pep will manage Spain?
Pep managed Spain. Yeah, when he's like drawing towards the end of his career, probably when he's done making enough money from clubs, I think then, because the thing is, there are limited options with clubs that have money right now. If you look at
Hmm.
it, he went from Barca to Bayern. Bayern has money, and they have a very good academy overall, and they get players like from there, and they buy every German damn player that they want from the league. So he went there. Then he went to Man City. Man City has enough money to buy and also get bans and buy their way out of that as well. Then the other option that I think he'll consider once in his lifetime is PSG. They will have enough money as well. If
I think he
someday,
might return to Barca and then he'll go to Spain.
no, he won't. He won't return to Barca because there is no money in Barca. Barca doesn't have any money to spend. He won't. He
But
doesn't go to clubs that don't have money.
I mean, he does have the La Masia.
He doesn't go to clubs that don't have money. If Bayern told him that you have to start breeding our youngsters from the academy and we won't give you any money, then he would have probably never gone
I
to
mean,
Bayern in
he
the
did
first place.
spend a lot of money at Bayern.
He didn't, but just before he came as well, they had signed quite a few players. And Bayern, the main thing is, with respect to Bayern, your main concern is never going to be winning the league, because more or less every season you're doing it. The season you don't do it, that is a shocker. Like, same thing with Juventus. This season was a shocker because they didn't do it after 9 years. But with respect to Bayern, the winning the league is not the it's not like the end of the world. You will obviously end up winning the league. If you don't, then that is a surprise. But the main thing was they got him to win Champions League football, and with whatever buys and whatever spending he did not do enough, and it was not good enough to get them the Champions League. They did not even make it to any final in those 3 years or 2 years that he spent there. Was it three? I think
Mm,
it was 3 years Pep had with Bayern, right? Was it two or
yeah,
three?
2013 to 16, I think.
Yeah. Let me just check it out and confirm it, because I think it was three. Uh, he went to Bayern in 2013, yeah, until 2016. So in those 3 years, they didn't make it to any Champions League final. So what is the point of having Pep Guardiola when you can win the league with any other manager? Yes, they broke a few records with respect to the league, but at the end of the day, uh, but at the end of the day, the thing is that if at the end of the day you're not doing what you have been brought in for, like winning the Champions League with Man City as well, which is his target, it doesn't matter if you have Pep Guardiola for like 100 years. If they don't win the Champions League, and that is why you have been brought in, then you're not just doing it for them. You remember there was this manager called Mancini, who's now with Italy, and he was with
Hmm.
Man City. Man City, he was there. He won the league. He won a few leagues. He was not as defensive as Pellegrini, but he could not do it in the Champions League, so they got rid of him.
I mean, fair enough, but I I think I think I have to go now. So great stream. So
Sure,
and
sure. One last thing before you go. Do you think if Pep Guardiola fails to win the Champions League at Manchester City, do you think it will be a failure for him as a manager? Because I think he was brought in only to win the Champions League. And if he does
I'm
not win it, I think he has literally failed at City, spending all that money that he has.
I'm pretty sure if he does not win the Champions League till the end of his City career, it will definitely be on a big fail because I think he spent around like a billion pounds, around 900 to billion pounds, like on him, like himself, like only himself. He spent a billion pounds, which is more than most clubs do. So it will definitely be a failure because if you spend this much money, you obviously expect a Champions League, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that is, and the reason why you have been brought in is to win a Champions League.
Yeah, because the
So
City can easily win the league with a different manager, probably.
with the way they are spending, they obviously can. 200 million on a defense one season ago, if you remember, they
Yeah,
spent
they
200 million.
they spend they have the luxury of spending money even if the player is a flop because they've signed Nathan Ake for 45 million, Benjamin Mendy for 57, Rodri for 62, João Cancelo for 65, Laporte for 65, and Laporte's on the bench now. It's crazy the amount of money they can spend.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the thing. And overall, as I said, overall, let's see what happens there. But since you said that you had to go, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
And I
before
will,
that, who do you think
yeah,
will win the Euros?
I don't think it's going to be Portugal. Bhargav thinks it's going to be Portugal. Uh, See, the side favorites that everyone has is always England. No doubt about it. Everyone says that side favorites are England, but they find new ways to disappoint every time. But
I think it's France.
if I have to pick a clear winner, one sec, big up to the Hindu Viper, and if I have to pick a clear winner right now, I don't think it's going to be France. I don't think it's going to be Portugal.
Ooh.
I get the feeling the final will be. I get the feeling it will be England versus Belgium, the final.
Interesting. I'm going out of the box here, but I don't know. I have a strange feeling that Italy actually might win it, even though they're not considered to be favorites. But I think they have an outside chance of winning it.
I think Italy will go towards like the later stages, probably the
Yeah.
semi-finals. But I think it's going to be Belgium versus England. If they don't meet, obviously before that. So if they don't meet before that, then I think they will be going to the final, both of them.
Mm, okay then. I'll see you later then.
Anyways,
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow then, because we'll be doing more countries. We'll be covering,
Uh,
if Ryan is available, we'll be covering Wales, and want to do England as well tomorrow. One of my other friends will be available as well. Sankalp will be there. So I'll see you tomorrow then.
okay then. Bye bye.
Take care, Chris. Take care. Thank you for coming on. So apart from that, as I was talking about this game, it did not have anything special to surprise me. So Fernando Santos would have wanted more from his team, as we went through the stats as well. And let's see what are the news that are coming out still. Result summary: Cristiano Ronaldo playing tonight. Okay, Alvaro Morata and Spain booed. Oh, this happened as well. Alvaro Morata and Spain booed by home crowd after friendly draw with Portugal. This happened for England as well. They got booed. If you remember, the English team got booed even after winning that game. No, that was at the point when they bent the knee. They got booed. So I don't know what's going on. Spain and Portugal coast to friendly stalemate. Okay, no real news here. No, this is an old one. So, okay, that is that. So, I have gone through most of the details for yesterday's game. We have gone through the stats and the numbers. We saw it was more or less like a kind of a dead game. It wasn't the greatest performance that was put by the teams. And as we also saw that the Portuguese were booed by their own fans, so they got booed, and that is just not the thing that you want to see. That too, before a major tournament, they're the reigning champions and they get booed. So that is something surprising. Now, again, let's go into the teams, because we wanted to talk about the Portuguese side, and if there is any player that we want to talk about and we want to mention, I will be highlighting those because everyone knows about Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo has had a great season with Juventus in terms of personal goals again. He's broken a few records again, and so there is no doubt that he still got it. But the thing is, what the main concern will be whether he can do it at the Euros or not. And Juventus just said with respect to Cristiano Ronaldo that he is considering an exit according to them, and PSG are the interested party. So let's see whether that actually happens or not. And there are still more things that need to be talked about with respect to that. But anyways, what else? Could leave Juventus. Good bid. He's broken quite a few records. So So Cristiano Ronaldo, as I was saying, has still got it, but we need to see what he can do for Portugal. And let me tell you, which was he broke Pele's goal records at as Juventus in January, and in May he broke another record. Let me tell you about those two records that he broke. The Pele one was that. Hold on, let me just tell you the Pele one. What was it? Former Real Madrid star Cristiano Ronaldo has broken Pele's domestic record with a 758th goal in Juventus 4-1 Serie A win over Udinese. This was in, as I said, I think it was in January 2021. And the other one that came in May was Cristiano Ronaldo's breaks Juventus record to keep Champions League hopes alive. This was the record that he continued and he broke, which was this record that was in May. He broke the record, broken a multitude of yeah, I get that. Added to his list, blah blah blah. They give a lot of bullshit in these articles. Unfortunately, they have to. UA did not do this. Cristiano's it was his 100th goal for Juventus. He became the club's fastest player in history to reach that milestone of 100 goals. So great with respect to Ronaldo. And I have Adam here with me now. Adam, how are you?
Yeah, give me a little minute, Nitesh. I need to sort a couple of things out. 1 second, 1 second.
No worries, no worries. So I was saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is still firing and he was doing well. So he can do it for Juventus if everything works out. So and the other players that I mentioned with respect to the Portuguese squad, Diogo Jota injury problems, as we said, a couple of injuries that kept him out for Liverpool. Joao Felix not suited to Atletico Madrid, but won the league with them. So again, a big positive. He must be full of confidence. Renato Sanchez won the league with Lille. So again, another player who will be full of confidence. Now, the other player that I know about, Pepe. Pepe with Porto, they had a good game against Chelsea, but at the end of the day, they fell short and couldn't win the game, win the tie. They won the game, the second leg, but Chelsea went through anyways. The other one second, what's going on here? Let me just see. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I was saying with respect to a few things, some people were having a fanboy moment. So for YouTubers, anyways, let's not get into that right now. What was it about? The team again here, as I said, the other one, Patricio and Semedo, not having good seasons for Wolves. So the ones that are remaining that I haven't mentioned that I don't follow closely are Pereira, Oliveira, Guerrero, and Fonte. These four players I haven't followed much this season. Moutinho again, not a great season for Wolves. Wolves going down, up and down, and again, that is another thing that would be a concern. Andre Silva, not seen much of him, even though he, as Chris said, that he's been on fire. Need to watch more of him. Bruno Fernandes having the time of his life, broken Frank Lampard's record of highest goals by a midfielder. Anthony Lopez, not seen much of him. William Carvalho, used to watch a bit of him when he was at Sporting. Further now, he's been changing clubs. I hope he is playing well. I think the fact that he's been picked is because he knows his way around this Portuguese team, and so I think he would be still doing well. And he is now at Real Betis, so Bellerin's next probable teammate. Rafa Silva, not seen much of him. Ruben Neves again at Wolves. Pedro Gonçalves, not seen much of him. Rui Silva, not much of him in recent times. Nuno Mendes, not much of him. And Palhinha, not much of him in recent times. So let's go one by one with respect to the players that I mentioned that I've not seen much of them, and what I can find about them with respect to their overall, you can say, performances and what they have done so far. So the first one is Pereira, that is Danilo Pereira. So I've heard a lot about him, but as I said, I've not been watching him closely enough to comment on how good he has been or how bad he has been. But he is at PSG, out of which I have seen a few of his performances while he has played this season. Hold on, what just happened here? Anyways, ignore. Must be some ad. Yeah. So I have seen some of his performances while he has played in the Champions League, but I haven't been watching him that closely. And now he is, as I said, Danilo Pereira. As per what I'm getting the details that he has been, he was on loan, and now he signed for PSG this year. So a lot of things, good things are expected of him. Let's see whether that actually happens or not. With respect to his performances, 23 games he has played this season, couple of goals scored by him, one assist, 714 minutes per goal. Is that per goal? Yeah. And 1428 minutes he's played in League One. Champions League, 12 games, 780 minutes, which is what I was talking about. Copa de France, 6 games, 381. Liga NOS 270, and Trophy this champ Trophy the Champions. One game, 2 minutes. So that is all. 45 games in total, 2 goals, one assist, and 1431 minutes per goal. And he has 2,861 minutes under his belt this season. He's a defensive midfielder. So I think he has impressed enough, and that is why he was part of the squad now. Whether he'll start or not, I don't think so. I think he might be on the bench because because of the fact that as even Chris said that he could be a squad player, but not too sure whether he will be getting into the first team starting the games. Bhargav, big up to Bhargav. I'm just sending you the link in the chat. So I get the feeling that he could be one of the substitutes if the combination of maybe a Navas or and maybe a Moutinho starts or something like that. If Carvalho is starting, William Carvalho is starting, then as well I get the feeling that William Carvalho could be the starting guy. Now let me wait for Bhargav to first come on so that I can take his opinion on Danilo Pereira as well. I think he's been good, but the thing is, it depends on the combination that Fernando Santos wants to play. Because if he wants to try something different, then things can change with respect to him. Because I don't mind Danilo Pereira starting, but then what will be your other combination play? Who will be your box to box midfielder? If Danilo Pereira is your defensive midfielder, then who is your box to box one? So that depends on the combination that you're about to play. Big up to Bhargav as well. How are you, Bhargav? You're on mute.
Hello.
Okay, Yeah, Bhargav, go ahead.
Yeah,
How are you?
yeah, man. So, Portugal, right?
Yeah.
This is the this is a really good team, but there's some issues of concern for this team, and obviously it's just a friendly. I don't, did you
I
see the
do,
game?
I couldn't see much of the game. I just saw the highlights because I was not well,
Yeah.
so I was supposed to do that watch along. But overall, what I was telling Chris as well, I think the main concern is he has a lot of options up front, but his double pivot doesn't seem convincing enough to me for some reason.
Yeah, so that's my issue is when I look at this team, I think defensively was the even years ago, the Portugal that won, they were
Yeah,
defensively very really good. In the final, they should have lost the final against France like a couple years ago, but
yeah.
they defended really well, frustrated France, and then they got the goal at the end. Took it to penalties and got the goal at the end. Um, with regard to this team, when you look at it though, we got Pepe, Font, you got who else do you have defenders wise? You have the big one. What's his name? From Man
Ruben
City.
Diaz.
Ruben Diaz. Yeah,
Ruben
Ruben
Diaz.
Diaz. They they have some options with that. Semedo, I'm not really convinced with. Um, but I guess his speed comes through. Guerrero is more of like Guerrero's like a midfielder turned defender. Steph Cancelo. Steph Cancelo.
Yeah.
Um, Pereira is a really good player, by the way. I mean, he's like the defensive midfielder that he pretty much stops everything. But I don't
I
know
know.
how he's done this year.
The thing that I wanted to add with respect to that is, and Miss Marina is in the chat, so big up to her.
Hey, Melina.
Bhargav, that yeah, the thing that I was saying with respect to Pereira is my main concern is who will be the other guy who will start next to him. If will it be like
João
William
Moutinho.
Carvalho? I don't think so. I don't think Carvalho will start because he's
João
also a
Moutinho.
defensive midfielder. You
João
are saying Moutinho, but then will Fernando Santos prefer to play a combination of Moutinho and Neves, or maybe a
Yeah, that could be an option too. But I just think the quality of Pereira is way ahead of. I think Pereira is the best of the three, in my opinion. But the
okay.
only thing about Pereira is he's on the PSG bench a lot more than than I like. But
So that is the concern again that I was highlighting. Will he go for the combination that plays regularly, or will he try a different combination? Like in this case, if you saw yesterday, he has used the combination that is of Pereira and Oliveira. So this combination is another different combination. But I don't think this is the combination that he will prefer in the group stages, because he doesn't have any fun games apart from maybe Hungary. He
I,
has France and Germany to play.
I think this was a trial, right? This game was a
Yeah.
trial. I mean, the next game I think is going to be closer to the squad that he chooses for the actual Hungary game. They're in a really good position too because they get to have Hungary first, right? So if they
Yeah.
get like a win, they just need one more result, and they're pretty much through through to the group stages. So they just need
I
to
know
get one
that
result.
gives you a bit of confidence, but
Yeah.
then the thing is, with respect to it, could work the other way around as well. Like maybe say a team like France, not France, France plays Germany at the end. So the thing is, if suppose either one of those teams know that they have already beaten Hungary, so but the thing is, if they have to beat that, they have to win that game, so that mentality also sticks in. Like they will know that this is a must-win game, and whichever team wins goes through. The other way around, it could be that if Portugal loses both their games, they could both play out a draw as well. That could be something that may not work in their favor.
So I can see Germany pulling off a result against France. By the way, I just because of how much Werner and Havertz have grown together the last couple of days, the last couple of games. But I mean, as far as this game goes, does it even matter? The top three go through, right? Based on this year's format.
Uh, isn't it the same kind of group stages?
Is it the group of death or is it? Yeah, I thought this year three teams go through.
No, it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same group. This is the group of death.
Okay, so two of these teams. Okay, Never mind.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they changed the format. I think that might be for the 2024. They're looking to change the format. I still have to look into that part. But as far as this team goes, who's gonna start? Jao Felix or See, this team has many options, right? Andre Silva is a true number 9,
Yeah.
and he's still not he can start Ronaldo. They can put Ronaldo on the wings, which could be a bit better. They can also have Fernandez and Felix swap. I think Fernandez starts for sure, though. For sure, I think Bruno has to start. Bernardo Silva. So one of them is going to be left out, right? Basically, between Bernardo Silva, João Felix, and Bruno Fernandes, one of them is going to be left off.
I don't get the feeling. I don't get the feeling that João Felix may start if they're playing. Bernardo Fernandes may start if they're playing these guys.
Yeah.
I think he could be a substitute.
Yeah, I think I see that too. I see Ronaldo starting for sure. The only difference is Andre Silva going to start, or is he going to come off the bench?
I think Jota will be a substitute. So Ronaldo may switch to the left, and Silva may start up front. If that is the case, then what will happen is, as I said, Sanchez will not be there. I think Renato Sanchez will be dropped to the bench as well.
Yeah.
It could be Bruno in the mid.
Yeah.
That is the cam. Ronaldo on the left. Andre Silva on as the striker, and on the right, okay, it could be either one of those maybe.
I think Bernardo Silva for sure.
He could go for Silva. He could go for Sanchez. Depends. Let's see.
With Bruno Fernandes, I think the big criticism with him is, and he's the. What position does he actually play?
He plays similar to a cam, but he's not a cam. The thing is, he's not a player that you can say he's not a player that will make a quick pass. He needs some time on the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So the thing is, I think he is. You can say he's like a deep lying midfield. Maybe I know he's not like a box to box one, but he's like in between somewhere, and he doesn't prefer to play in a 4-2-3-1. If Santos is playing a 4-2-3-1, Bruno Fernandes cannot be your cam. That is my concern. Because
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's a false 9. He's best as a false
9. Again, see, that is the concern. As a false 9, will he get sufficient time to play his pass?
No,
because that is the only concern.
No, I think he has enough. Like, for me, his strengths are finishing. I think his finishing is really good, right? Would you say his finishing is really good?
It's decent.
It's decent, you'd say?
Yeah.
For me, the GA doesn't lie on that one. I think he has goals and assists for a reason.
Yeah, but the thing is, that is what I'm saying. Those assists are because he gets enough time on the ball, and then he can play a pass.
But that's what for me. I feel like he's best as a false 9 with other people running in behind.
He would be good as a. I don't think he'll work as a false 9. I don't think.
You don't think so?
No, I think he's good as a cam who goes deep, like what Kevin De Bruyne does for Belgium. Yeah. But the problem with that will be, if he goes deep, he leaves out a space in attack, which has to be filled by someone else. So who fills that space is another thing.
A 4-3-3, I think, might be the actual formation. I think that's an experimentation. The 4-2-3-1.
See, that is the thing. If it is a 4-2-3-1 with respect to Portugal, I don't like how this things could not work for them. Like in that sense, I don't think it will work for them. Adam, do you think that? Did you watch yesterday's game?
Yeah, I watched a bit of it. A personal issue arrived yesterday evening. So,
what was her name? What was the name of the personal issue? What was the name of the personal issue?
My dad has been rushed into hospital.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to have to go back. I got a flight tomorrow morning.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. I was thinking that it was something.
No worries, my friend. No worries. It just So what I did here, because I did want to do a watch along. I wanted to do a watch along, and because I was watching it, but then the phone went, and then all the shit happened. But they allowed 15,000 fans into the ground, which was really, the fans were really excited about it. I mean, Portugal and Spain are neighbours. I wouldn't call them rivals, if I'm honest with you, but let's just say it's a friendly rivalry between both countries. The media was going crazy over here because Ronaldo was back in Madrid because the game was held in Atletico's ground, Wanda Metropolitano, and yeah, unfortunately, I think Spain had majority of the opportunities, but there's something missing with the Spanish team, and it has been showing ever since Luis Enrique has been the coach, if I'm honest here. Many of the Spanish nationals don't like the fact that Enrique is a coach because of his links with Barcelona and Catalonia. Is a very political. Spain has always been political. Going back a years, Spain is a broken country politically, and sometimes it does show in the football team. And last night was an example of that.
How do you see? What do you think is Bruno Fernandez's best position, by the way? And sorry about your troubles that you had.
Oh, no worries, my friend. Sorry, I didn't know it was you. Barker. I do apologize, mate.
It's all right, man.
Hope you're well anyway. Bruno Fernandes. Where do I... To be honest, I think his best position is probably in the midfield partnership rather than a cam. And I say that because sometimes I think, well, if he plays a cam, he goes too far up. He goes too far up, and he's not as effective as right bang in the middle. I don't know if you guys would agree.
Yeah,
yes, I know he can play on the right, he can play on the left, but I don't think he has the pace to go on the wings.
Yeah, I kind of agree. But for me, it's I feel like his finishing is really good. I think that's the good part about him. His finishing.
The main thing is he needs time on the ball. You know, I know it's not something that United fans may want, but if he's playing like in a 4-2-3-1, I think I would prefer to play him as a box-to-box midfielder. I honestly would, where he goes forward.
I kind of liked him as a false nine, but I think
no, he's too far up. He's too far
up.
The problem which Portugal and Man United and Solskjaer, being a Cardiff reject of a manager, still can't understand, right? Is that if you push Fernandes too far up, then he doesn't really do the defensive part of the team. If you pair him up with a defensive midfielder in the middle, then the defensive midfielder covers the aspects, the defensive aspects which Fernandes can't do.
Yeah, I feel like he's in the same issue as we had with Mesut Ozil, trying to fit Mesut Ozil in this.
This is the thing that you were talking about, Bhargav. Bhargav, hold on. This is the thing that you were talking about. Group winners, runners up, which we knew already, and the best 4 third place teams advance to the round of 16.
That's what I thought actually, but
yeah. So I think watch along of the Wales games, Nitesh. Come on, Cymru, come on, Wales.
I think that penalty. I think the red card really hurt you guys in the last game.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Listen, it was just a friendly, right? Yeah. Before the last Euros, Wales went to Sweden and had a friendly with Sweden. We lost 5-1. Right, that was going into the last Euros, and we all know what happened at the last Euros. So I'm not really bothered about that game against France because it's just a fitness, get them up to match fitness and so on. But is Williams now suspended with that red card at the moment?
That I don't know. Have to look
because it's a friendly.
Yeah.
No, a red card is a red card, but I think the ban maybe
in friendlies, if it was like pre-season friendlies or club,
Yeah.
That doesn't go into the league. If you and someone had red card, it doesn't go into league games.
No, but the thing is, I think he would be suspended for one friendly at least. I think the rule is the same. Did he get a direct red or was it 2 yellows?
Direct red, but they are appealing. They are appealing, but friendlies, because it's not official competitive games. I don't know. I thought you guys.
If it wasn't counted, then they would not be appealing. Would they be then?
Yeah,
If it was
no,
like,
no, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. I just weird. Right, it was a rubbish red. But you know what? In a way, because I also hear that the French
Hello?
players told the referee not to send him off because it would lose the competitiveness of the game. The French players wanted to play against 11 players, to get up to scratch themselves, right? And you had Hugo Lloris and all of them appealing to the ref not to send him off. Ref sent him off, but you know what? We may have lost 3-0. However, the goalkeeper played a blinder with a few saves and a penalty save, I think, from Mbappe as well, right?
yeah.
And also as well, 10 against 11 for what, 75 minutes? I think that may have helped the Welsh squad more than people may think. It's a friendly. You're up against the best front line in the world.
Yeah.
And I think they've done themselves proud.
Bhargav just dropped out for some reason, so I just have him
Yeah,
back here.
I just wanted to look that up, and then I accidentally exited the tab. But that is kind of harsh. That is kind of harsh to get a suspension for a friendly, though.
Yeah, I thought so as well. But Bhargav, I don't know if you watched it, but in a way, I do think that 10 against 11 have helped Wales' bloody confidence, especially against France, the best front line in the world. 10 against 11 for 75 minutes and really doing well. I think long term, it could really help the mindset of the Welsh squad.
I mean-
Adam, don't speak too soon. You're already playing Albania right now. If you end up losing the game, you'll be like, what confidence? Fuck that confidence.
No.
Don't
Hey,
need such
I don't give a flying fuck about friendlies. The only thing friendlies are opportunities to get up to match fit standard. That is all. You'll have many substitutions during the game. You will play people who may not have played against France. I don't care about friendlies. What I do care about, I do miss the fact that I will not be there watching them. I think playing most of our games in Azerbaijan is a fucking joke, if I'm honest with you. We want in our group, we want Italy to run away with it, and then we'll fight it out between Wales, Switzerland, and Turkey for the second place and the best third place.
You
I would
already
say
have plans.
Switzerland didn't really. Switzerland did looked okay in the game against the U.S. because we played the U.S. played them like 2 games ago.
Well, we beat Mexico as well last month, I think. But the thing is with international football, it's so different to club football because you can't transfer players in and out.
Yeah.
International football is constantly like a production line. At the moment with Wales, the last Euros with Wales, because all the players matured at the same time, they qualified and they done really well. At this moment, we are now at the start again process where we may not do well. We qualified, don't get me wrong. We may not do well, but our focus is maybe on the World Cup qualifiers or maybe the next Euros, because many of our players at the moment are still, in under-23s or maybe championship level. I mean, I remember when the Welsh Football Association had this mindset. Okay, we think of the future. We don't think of now, and Gareth Bale at that time was playing left back for Southampton, right? Left back for Southampton.
Yeah.
Aaron Ramsey was playing for Cardiff. And we all know what happened to those players and many others. It just takes time. But many football fans don't have time or the patience. International football, the forward thinking of it is completely different to club football.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of about who gets hot at the right time. A
Yeah,
lot of international football is like
you
that.
need a golden generation, really. You need a golden generation to then come through right at the same time, because you can't transfer players in and out unlike club football.
Yeah, that's the problem with Spain right now because they're Spain has two problems. One is like the past was so good, were incredibly high. The 2008, 10, and 12 squads were really really good, and then now it's the constant comparisons. I don't think the talent is as good either.
Well, you know the difference with Spain. The difference with Spain now from before is the economy, right?
Yeah.
When as that golden generation of Spanish footballers were coming through early in, it started to come through about 2002, really. So, and as they go in the under 18s, under 21 level, and all that, they started coming through all together. But that was basically the Spanish government plowing loads of money into grassroots football. And then that's how it comes through. I mean, you can go to Spain and you can go to any city in the world and there will always be little five-a-side pitches, right? And the difference with over here in Spain compared to back home is that as you go through the junior ranks, the junior levels, right? France is exactly the same. As you go, the goals become bigger, the pitches become bigger as you go through, as you get older, right? Whereas in the UK, you, as a 10-year-old kid, you were playing on full-size pitches, full-size goals, and it just, that's all it was hit and hope. Just hit it as far up. But that's where the pass and move of the Spanish and French, Italians, and all that come from.
Yeah.
It's the education. I know England have now caught up with it, but Spain, France, Italy, 20, 30 years in front of kind of bringing youngsters through. Unfortunately, the difference has been now because of COVID and the way the Spanish economy is. The Spanish government cannot put money into grassroots football anymore, so because they have to put it into other areas of healthcare and so on and so forth, and as a downside to that is the quality of players coming through.
Wales, are they going to play a 3-5-2?
Probably not. Probably five in the back.
Because I feel like they have the players to play the three at the back with
No, Wales it's kind of like five in the back. Okay, you do have kind of wing backs, but they're more defensive minded wing backs. So it goes like 5-3-2 really, or maybe 5-4-1, or maybe five. I need to get my fucking maths right now. 5-3-1-1 maybe with Bale playing, just behind the front man.
5-3-1-1. No, because it's interesting because you have some players, right? Like, I mean, a lot of these guys are internationals. I mean, when you think about it, like a lot of these guys are they play at decent clubs. Some of them.
Yeah, when you said internationals, I was just going to say all of them are internationals.
No, like for the most part, like Aaron Ramsey used to have, Ethan Ampudu used to have. He's had a disappointing season at Sheffield, but I mean, there's some decent squad members though.
Well, you got Williams. I know you got sent off the other day, but Williams seems to be getting a few starts now in the Liverpool team and the Liverpool defence. You got Harry Wilson, who is still on the books of Liverpool, but I'm sure you get all you need is as many Premier League players as possible. That's what you need. The Championship players can be okay, but as long as you get the majority of the players in the Premier League, then you should be fine, because the standard of the Premier League is so much better. Wales have always had two issues for the last, the last 15 years, I think. One of them is an absolute striker, out and out striker. Now they've got Cardiff's Kiefer Moore, who I would be very, very surprised. He's scored over 20 goals in the championship last year.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah,
very
I heard of it.
surprised if Cardiff let him go because of Cardiff's financial position at the moment. Or, sorry, I'd be very surprised if they keep him because of financial position. And the goalkeeper, I know the goalkeeper played well against France, but we seem to be stuttering in getting a youth goalkeeper coming through the ranks. Everywhere else, midfield, we've got that Ampadu, who plays on Chelsea's books, he plays for Sheffield United. We got Brooks, who's, we got good few players coming through, but it does take time.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can't have the club supported mentality. It is completely different. It really is completely different. And another thing as well, if a group of players come through playing together from the under 18s or 16s coming through, they know the fucking game. They know each other's game for years before they hit the bloody the senior squad.
That's what England's trying to do, because a lot of their like Saka, Sancho.
Well, England learned from France, Wales, and Spain.
Yeah.
Even Germany to an extent.
England tried to go down a galactical route, especially like early 2004, 2006. They tried to go down a galactical route where, basically, let's be honest, half of the like Beckhams and everyone, they were fucking done. International, they were done. But because it brought in, the prestige of Beckham in a team, or Rooney and all that, they should have been looking further down the line and looking at the next generation coming forward. In all fairness to Southgate, that is exactly what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And my worst fear as a Welshman is England winning in Euros. But because they'll have home advantage, I do fear that will be the case.
No, I think England has a good shot, actually, but I just don't see... The problem with England, I find, is they're going to run into that problem is what they're going to do when the games get a little bit tougher. Like, their systems, they have different systems they can play, but I don't think they have any absolute great match winners just yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bargath, right? And if you look at previous World Cup and European kind of group games, right?
Yeah.
There's always a surprise, right? I remember 1996, right, when the Euros were held in England, and I remember watching that England-Scotland game when Gaza done the dentist chair celebration, right? I'm telling you something. If you watch that game right through, McAllister missed a penalty for Scotland. Had he scored that, Scotland would have won that game.
Yeah.
There's more. You may have on a team sheet. You may have the bloody names to go with, right? The last Euros I went to watch in the quarters. I went to watch Belgium against Wales. On a team sheet, you had Hazard, De Bruyne, fucking Courtois, right?
Yeah.
I left that stadium. We won 3-1. I left that stadium, and how old would I have been there? I've been about 38 or whatever. 38 years of supporting football. I have never left the stadium in tears of joy.
Yeah.
I can assure you that, because we were the underdog. 2004. No one heard of any of the Greek players. They won the bloody Euros in the end.
Yeah.
Right? You can go back to like the Brazilian World Cup. You look at the group. You had England, Italy, Costa Rica, and Uruguay. Now, before the competition started, people would have thought, right, England, Italy automatically qualify. Costa Rica and Uruguay will battle out for third place. After that group finished,
Costa Rica
and Uruguay who automatically qualified. England and Italy were sent home.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, it always
Killer Navas.
looking at it on paper compared to realist. I got a funny feeling
Diego
Scotland
Forlan.
could get something out of the England game.
Do you think though? Like, I mean, because the Euros last time, Portugal was a surprise because people had them eliminated.
Well, hang on.
Earlier.
Portugal shouldn't have beaten Wales in the semis.
Yeah, I remember that
Right?
because that went to penalty.
We had Ramsey.
That
We
went
had
to penalty.
Ramsey suspended and
Yeah.
centre half suspended. I can't remember his name now, but he was key, right? A key
Yeah.
centre half
Fabio
suspended. Ramsey.
No, okay. Sorry, Wales. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, we played them in semis. We basically playing them with one hand behind our back.
Yeah.
And another thing as well, the Wales game, we had a shorter rest period. If that semi-final would have been played on a weekend rather than a Wednesday night, A, I would have been able to fucking get there in the first place, and B, it would have been more fairer with a rest period. But what they done the semis on a Wednesday, or a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and they done the final on the following weekend. What they should have done is that 2 semi-finals on one weekend and a final the following weekend.
No, I remember that. I remember the Euros last year. I mean, even beating France. To think like that team, the Portugal team 4 years ago was really thin, apart from Ronaldo, right? And then 4 years later, they're loaded in every position. That's insane when you look at development one.
Well, if you think of, you know that Portugal team in the Euros, right?
Yeah.
They finished third.
Yeah.
They were one of the best qualifiers. You had Hungary, I think, finished top. You had Iceland better than them as well. You know, it. I going on experience that you don't take opinion just off paper, because there's some banana skins or some bloody they are along the way. I remember 1990 World Cup, right? The opening game, Cameroon against Argentina. Argentina were the holders, right? Cameroon went down to 9 men at one point because they were just killing the Argentinian legs, right? Killing them. But they still won. Cameroon finished top of that group up. And you had Argentina, Colombia, and Japan, I think. Right? Or something like that. You do have an upset. And I got a funny feeling Scotland are going to get something out of that England game. And it's on my birthday as well.
If they get something out of the game, the English fans are coming for you.
No, I do, because I think the last time I played each other was in a qualifier, and England went up 2-0, going on to the 88th minute. All of a sudden, Scotland scored 2 goals before the final whistle.
Yeah, I know. What I'm trying to say is, you better watch it, because you are jinxing it for England, and you're going to England.
No, but I've seen it all before. The media pump England up. I got my doubts this time. I think it will get really, really far. But you know what? As a personal opinion, the only reason England could fuck up this time is because they got Southgate as manager. That is the only thing.
I think this English team is good enough to survive despite Southgate.
I think in defense, you can get at a defense, I think.
Yeah, that is their biggest weakness.
I think you can get at a defense. If a team involves fucking Tyrone Mings, you can fucking get at them, I'm telling you.
No, Mings is a good defender. I don't mind.
He's fucking terrible. Championship standard. Over the years, I have seen strikers easily take him on. I don't know what the hype is with Mings, I'll be honest with you. I can't see it myself.
He's improved in this season, the season that has gone by. Last season also
but
he was...
has he improved? The problem, has he improved because he got better players around him?
Even last season, when Aston Villa was almost on the verge of getting relegated, he was their best defender, according to me.
Yeah, because many of the other defenders are even worse.
No, I'm not comparing him to those guys. But why I'm saying that is the best, as in, if you saw how he was playing, he was doing well. He has the body strength, physicality. He will be one of the players that will probably leave Aston Villa and go to a bigger club soon. That
Well,
is what I get the feel from him.
I can't see. Listen, I have watched Tyrone Mings at championship level playing for Reading for many years, and at Villa at championship level for many years. I have seen him be done many times, and I do not rate him. I think he's a fucking donkey, if I'm honest with you. I really do think he's a donkey, and I don't understand how many right back. Why does Southgate need so many fucking right backs?
That's a good point.
The thing with right backs is those guys are anyways done. Like because Arnold is injured now, so now he has one player less there. He doesn't have Van Bissaka. He has who does he have? Kyle Walker, Trippier, and who's the third one? Reece James. So I think only two of those can play. So I mean, one will play as the first choice. The other could be a backup. I think he's going to play. He's going to start with. I get the feeling maybe Trippier will start and Reece James will be his backup.
See, that's the problem now. I feel like
well, hang on, this is the thing, right? Trippier is a left back, yeah.
Yeah. No, he's a right back.
Reece James is a right back.
No, he's a right
No,
back.
Trippier, Reece James, and Kyle Walker are all right backs.
Trippier is a left back, isn't he?
Right back. Big up to Ryan and do subscribe using this ID as well. Trippier is a right back. The left backs are Ben Chilwell, Luke Shaw, and Saka
Right,
can
hang on.
probably play
I
there.
want to double check this because I'm sure I've seen him playing left back for Atleti. Hang on 1 second.
I think he can play both sides, if I'm not wrong.
He's probably like a Serginho Dest. He can play both sides.
But the thing is, I don't think he can play that well again, like on the left back, unless if he becomes a makeshift player. That is a different thing.
Yeah.
He's a right back actually, but anyways, I don't know what Adam remembers, but we will see when he comes back. And anyways, the thing is, with respect to the English squad, we'll probably do a stream tomorrow. Ryan, hopefully you are available tomorrow so that we can talk about the Welsh national squad, Wales team, and also do more related to probably England as well. See, the thing with England is everyone knows most of the players. We'll be just chipping comments here and there. But the Welsh national team, Ryan, if you're free tomorrow, let's do a stream about it tomorrow. I wanted to invite Adam as well, but as he just mentioned, he has that...
you are right. Sorry, you are right, man.
Yeah, so as I was saying, you have a flight tomorrow, right, Adam? You just mentioned some time ago.
I'll come back in. I can't hear you, Natesh.
Sure, no worries. So Adam was saying that he has a flight tomorrow, so unfortunately he won't be able to join in for that Welsh team. He's given some inputs already. So I think if Ryan is available, we can do one for the Welsh team, for the Welsh squad for the Euros, and maybe England as well. Let's see. Tomorrow is a free day, like a Sunday, less work, so probably can push a couple of streams in together or a long stream.
We can maybe do England, Scotland, and
Wales.
England, Scotland, Wales. Yeah.
So we will finalize the time. What time do you want to do it? Like around 5 p.m. UK time?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do we have any games tomorrow?
Doesn't England plays today actually?
Okay.
Right? I think England plays today. Check the
One sec, let me just check it out. When I type England versus, it shows the test match that is going on.
cricket's still going on.
Yeah, England versus New Zealand. England plays tomorrow. England versus Romania.
Okay, so yeah,
Romania.
we'll do it right before. We can do it right
Yeah,
before.
and Adam is back.
Yeah, 0-0 with Wales Albania, isn't it?
Who else plays tomorrow? Who else plays today?
Who else plays today? Let me just see. Football today. What does it show up? I can't see it here. There's some feedback coming
on about the reason I don't take any notice of friendlies. I noticed that Wales have playing a 5-5-0 formation with Ramsey as a false 9, apparently.
Yeah, at least he can score goals. The only problem is Ramsey needs to be fit and doesn't need to be suspended, like you mentioned.
Well, listen, what I have heard, right, and I've heard this from more than one good source, is that
Yeah.
even though Ryan Giggs is occupied, I should call it occupied, for legal reasons. You know, he got his mind fucking elsewhere at the moment for legal reasons. And Robert Page is the face of the management team. But for what I've heard, is that Giggs is still technically the manager. That's why they haven't sacked him. He gives Zoom team talks, Zoom tactics in front of a team and so on. I think it's an absolute fucking disgrace in my opinion. But yeah, but also as well, if you're gonna go the 5-5-0 with a false 9, right?
Yeah.
That's a clear example that Kiefer Moore is not playing. Now, Kiefer Moore, I'm not kidding you, right? I know you like Lacazette and also Aubameyang because they got the kind of continental type of, you know, do you know what I mean? The names and the career and so on. But I'm telling you something, right? I'm telling you something now. If I was a Premier League team and I needed either a backup striker or a striker, I would give Cardiff 15-20 million for Kiefer Moore because he will do a fucking job. And I'm telling you, he really would do a job. There's been rumours about Newcastle interested, West Ham interested, and obviously you go down then Burnley, Norwich have been interested. But I'm telling you, Arsenal are struggling to. Lacazette have always had a question mark around him ever since he come over because he's not really he's more versatile than Aubameyang because he can use his head a little, but neither of them are good in the hair. And if you're going to be leading attack as a solo striker or a point of the attack, you need to be good on the feet, good in the air.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, keep them better than both of them in the fucking air, easily.
That makes sense. I mean, our biggest thing is we put in a bunch of crosses this year, and no aerial threat.
Yeah.
That summarizes Arsenal this year.
If you're going to go long as well, Bargoff, if you're going to have to go long because you're chasing the game, so you go long like a Giroud, but Giroud, in my opinion, Giroud is not fucking good in the air at all. You know, the guy's a fucking lamppost. He's not good.
No, right? He's good in the air. Giroud is good in the air.
Tesh, Footballer has progressed, but now it's slightly going back, as in it progressed for about 10, 15 years. Strikers didn't need to be good in the air, right? Right, and because it was all tippy-tappy, fucking Barcelona, fucking Wenger's Arsenal, that kind of football. But now, it's going a little bit back, as in we're still one up front and not a partnership. So still one up front, but that guy up front, the pinpoint of the attack, needs to be a full outfit, good in the air, good with his feet, and can't be fucking pushed over like a bloody, as if he's fucking shopping in Tesco's type of thing, you know?
No, that's interesting because I think what changed over the last 10 years is the attacking fullbacks that come into play now. I think
so you need someone good in the air. If the attacking fullbacks are bombing on and whipping crosses in like Trippier, you need someone good in the air. Arsenal, I've said it for ages now, their strikers, none of them are good in the air.
Nope.
No, Giroud was good in the air, but at that point of time, we were never playing
Giroud
playing in the air.
The ball up. Giroud was good holding a ball up.
Yeah.
Right? No, we were not playing we were not playing to his strength at that point of time. When he played for
Giroud, this is why Giroud was a good substitute, because if Arsenal were chasing the game, you chuck Giroud up, and when the tactics would change, he would hold the ball up and other players would come off him.
Yeah, that's
You
why
know?
Willian and Hazard used to like love playing with him.
I'm telling you, Kiefer Moore, in a way, I'm glad Cardiff haven't signed him before the Euros, because if he has a good Euros, then his valuation will fucking double. I'm really that confident. And it's just a shame if the majority of the Arsenal fan base, if Arsenal come out and said, right, we bought Kiefer Moore from Cardiff for fucking 15 million, the Arsenal fan base, majority of them, wouldn't have fucking heard who he is. Slag him off, fucking 50 million, fucking cheapskates, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, he would do a much better job than fucking Aubameyang and Lacazette as a centre row, easily.
Yeah, I get that what you're saying, and reports are coming out from Fabrizio right now that Aston Villa is on the verge of signing Emi Buendia. So that's bad.
Well, they'd have to. The problem with Buendia, and I've said this many, many times, especially, and you know I've said it in January, right? Basically, Norwich were never going to sell Buendia or Max Aarons in January, right? Okay, they would make 40 million if they sold Buendia at the time, right? However, if they kept Buendia for a few more months, they would then make 150 million because they've been promoted to a Premier League. Financially, for Norwich, it would not make any sense for him to be sold last January. I was fucking saying it for ages.
Yeah, I got that sense. I'm not saying about that, but right now they're on the verge of selling him to Aston Villa because they're getting some favorable terms, and Fabrizio just tweeted it out that as per what Charles Watts had said earlier in the day, that the deal is on the verge of happening. Maybe in the next few hours it could be completed as well.
Well, Getafe have got a 20% sell-on clause, haven't they? But that is why they wouldn't. That's why Norwich couldn't sell him at 30 million, because Getafe, who sold him to Norwich, have got a 20% sell-on clause. So that is why it was minimum of 40 million.
Yeah, we did offer them. No, the main thing is we did offer them 40 million euros. But the thing is, but the thing with that is that
40 million euros is not 40 million pounds, Rob. That's what they're asking.
No, I don't think so. The problem was not that. I think Aston Villa is paying a bit more. I agree with that. But the thing is, Arsenal is paying them less cash upfront. Aston Villa is ready to pay more cash upfront, and we want to do it in parts. So
I
that
don't
is the
think
main
he's
problem.
worth it, if I'm honest here. I've seen Buendia at Championship level. I've seen Buendia at La Liga. Yeah, he's a good. I think he will flop in the Premier League.
No, he was pretty good last year, though. He was pretty good, like last year with the key passes.
Yeah, I know, but Bargaff, I support Cardiff. I know the difference between Championship and Premier League, and it's fucking massive, mate.
Yeah. But
I'm
talking about
he done good. He done good because the gap between the end of last season and the beginning of this season or last. Do you know what I mean? The gap because of COVID, the gap was so small. Norwich didn't really sell many players. They didn't really have a time to negotiate and everything. So because of that, Norwich come down with a Premier League squad, kept the Premier League squad, and they basically run away with the Championship then.
Yeah, I guess the parachute payments in that sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's hard to say. I think him alone is not going to be the solution. But I think if he comes, then I guess Odegaard is pretty much going to be.
Odegaard's dead. That deal is dead in the water.
Let's see what happens there.
No. That deal is dead in the water. I have said many times. I have heard majority. I don't know if you guys know. I get my breaking news over here from a TV channel called El Chicharito TV. Right? It's basically a Spanish football program that goes out over here at midnight. So it'll be 11 o'clock UK time. You'll have to work it out what time with your time. That's basically when all the breaking news are over here. But Odegaard is contracted to Real Madrid. And I've said this since he went on loan. Real Madrid No, he is not for sale, no matter what. They don't give a fuck how much Odegaard and his representatives kick up a fuss. He is not for sale.
Yeah.
And these are come from very respectable Spanish journalists, you know, who are very close to Florentino Perez for their own fucking sake. But Odegaard, that's dead in the water, mate. Especially with Ancelotti going.
So wait, is he? Do they view him as a future cam?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
So pretty much.
But the thing is, that deal has switched because of Zidane leaving the club. If he didn't leave the club, I think it could have still happened, because the thing was that Zidane didn't want him.
But the thing, when Zidane made a lot of enemies, too many enemies he made in that Real Madrid changing room or dressing room. It's all good and well. His PR saying, "Oh, I got stabbed in the back by Florentino Perez. I wasn't delivered the promises in which I was promised." Blah 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 blah. The bottom line is, right, and I've said it many times. Zidane took over a young Ancelotti European Championship, European Cup winning team. They fucked up, and I watched it. They fucked up against Juventus, won semi-final in the Champions League. But the only reason they fucked up is because Morata was on loan from Real Madrid to Juventus and he scored the winner. The fuck up wasn't because of Ancelotti. The fuck up was because Florentino Perez allowed Morata to go on loan to Juventus without putting a clause in a contract saying, "Look, if we play each other, Morata is not allowed to play." Right?
Yeah.
Morata played in that semi-final.
But that doesn't happen in European competitions.
Zidane took over a squad which was young enough to go 4, 5, 6 years without even going into the transfer market. And he took the fucking credit for it. I keep on saying to people regarding Zidane, give me a player who Zidane has brought in and has flourished. A couple of people come in and said, "Oh, Mendy, he's had one season, and I don't think he's a good." Apart from that, who's he brought in? Jovic, sorry, nothing. Hazard, nothing. Don't even say Vinicius, because Vinicius was brought in as a teenager, you know, a youth prospect. But who else has he brought in? He's hardly brought in anything. And the people he brought in have not fucking progressed.
Yeah, probably when Hazard went to Real Madrid, he realized that this is not what I actually expected to be playing under Zidane would be like. And Bargav has just dropped out. I guess something just happened maybe. But yeah, maybe he realized that it wasn't what he wanted exactly. But at the end of the day, it didn't just work out for him. So could be the case.
No, but you can see what I'm getting at. Zidane rode 3, 4, 5 years of managing someone else's squad who Ancelotti put together, right? Ancelotti did not, as a Welshman, it does annoy me, but Ancelotti did not want Bale, right? On the year in which Real Madrid got knocked out, that was when Bale came into the Real Madrid team. And he was instructed actually by Florentino Perez, "I'm going to get you Bale, you make sure you play him," right? Because of Bale, the position which Bale played, it made the Real Madrid team unbalanced. And that is where Juventus found them out then, right? Because Bale was, for Tottenham, he was playing like behind the front pairing as a free, right? But Real Madrid didn't need a player in that position, so they started playing him on the right or on the left. And the team was just unbalanced. That is the only reason in which they didn't win the Champions League that time. Barcelona won it.
Yeah, and Bargav is back. Just let me add him as well. No, I get that, what you're saying, but the thing was that overall, with respect to everything else, the problem with Real Madrid was that, again, as you said, Zidane was never going to build them to a bigger team. That is why Odegaard wanted to leave. Now with Ancelotti coming there, he may play the youngster, but there are still talks of possibly another loan deal, and or I don't, as you're
I
saying,
don't
maybe
think so.
the
Ancelotti, to
yeah,
me, and over here I get the Spanish viewpoint of it all. Ancelotti seems to be a type of
yeah,
manager, like a fucking father figure, if I can see, right? He wants to be everybody's friend. He wants to, and people, he's got so much respect on the world stage, right? Isco, the links of Isco and the area in which I live,
yeah.
Natasha, I've mentioned it before. There's rumours from this area now that since Ancelotti have
Yeah, since Ancelotti has come in, you were saying?
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I
Someone
can
just
hear
tried to
you.
call me, so sorry. There's rumours now in this area that since Ancelotti come in,
Yeah,
Isco is interested in playing football again. Bale is exactly the same, right? The moment Zidane took over from Ancelotti, Isco's career went downhill, right? It's all about, can you play for the guy? Does the guy like you? Zidane made a lot of fucking enemies, and some of those people or some of those players who, were like were cast-offs, and now showing an interest. They want to play football again. What you got to remember is like Bale. Some of these players are on so much money, they don't give a fuck whether they play football or not. They'll run down a contract. They don't give a flying fuck anymore.
yeah,
But
that is the thing.
Ancelotti has come in and he's injected the hunger of wanting to be champions again, wanting to play football again. And I think I would not be surprised Real Madrid win Champions League next year. There you go. Chuck it
Win
on.
Champions
Chuck
League? Huh.
Are you sure win Champions League?
Yeah, win.
Isn't that a bit too much?
No. Because over here,
Yeah,
the what it does seem last few days, the injection of enthusiasm with some of these players who Zidane fucked off and didn't even, allow them to play on a golf course rather than to. I'm telling you, Ancelotti has changed things so much in the last few days. People are so extreme. Got from one extreme to the other.
yeah, I get it, but I am not too sure about winning Champions
Yeah.
League. Let's see what happens there. See, the main problem is right
All
now,
right, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something.
yeah,
And I've said this for months, and I've said it for months, both of you.
yeah,
In early August, Mbappe is going to sign for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
but where will the money come from?
Yeah, I could see that because I think
Hang on.
PSG would want to sell at this point.
Hang on. I've told how many times have I told you Real Madrid and Barcelona are going to Saudi Arabia with cap in hand, getting money and finances from Saudi Arabia. I've said it for months.
Yeah, but you said it, but the thing is that money hasn't come in yet, and the transfer window is just almost here.
Well, hang on. Barcelona, who have secured funding from Saudi Arabia, have just offered Messi a 2-year contract where they'd be paying him 120 million euros for the next 10 years. He's only going to be playing them for 2 years.
No, but the thing is, where has the money been put in? It's not put in yet.
Saudi Arabia are sponsoring Real Madrid's women. Now, listen, I hope Saudi Arabia bloody SAS don't come in knocking my door or something, right? But Saudi Arabia, think about it now. Sport throughout the decades sport has been used as a political tool, right? Back when Franco was in charge of Real Madrid, the reason why Real Madrid play all in white, whether you guys want to accept it or not, it is fact. The reason Real Madrid play all in white is because Franco wanted to make Real Madrid so good throughout Europe, it was sending the all white message across. It was racism, proper racism, right? That was it. And then you go further down, you go Steaua Bucharest. Governments have always used not just football but sport as a tool to generate support for a government. You go back to the fiction with Russian fucking athletes, East German athletes, and all that. It is a very political message. Now, Saudi Arabia, bear in mind, Saudi Arabia have got their government have got there's a theory that they don't like women, they don't allow women to drive cars and so on and so forth. Hang on. Saudi Arabia now have sponsored Real Madrid's women's team to a tune of 120 million euros. The women's team. Fucking hell. If that isn't sending a political message from a Saudi Arabian government, I don't know.
See, the thing is, what I was saying is, I can read that it has not been confirmed yet, but Real Madrid has gone to Saudi Arabia to ask for money. Now the thing is, whether that actually happens or not, it's not confirmed yet. Even with respect
confirmed. To Real Madrid are doing a theme park in Jihad. Or Jihad, whatever the capital of Saudi Arabia is.
Riyadh, that's Riyadh, not Jihad.
No,
Riyadh.
well, right?
Jahid.
No, basically, once the Newcastle takeover fell through, Real Madrid and Barcelona knew what kind of figures these people were looking at, right? So they both went chasing the money which should have went to Newcastle, and they both got successful out of it.
Yeah, I get it, but again, I can see that it is still showing from Feb 2021 that, and even in March, that they are still in talks with that 130 million deal that you said, but there's no confirmation.
That's been done, man. That was done ages ago.
I am not able to see anything related to it, any confirmation. I can see they're in talks from Feb, March, but doesn't show up anywhere like a confirmation.
Well, maybe it's the Spanish media have confirmed it. Then I need to double check. But
it would have been a big breakthrough news if it was confirmed.
It's been done because you had human rights groups fucking marching around the bloody burnabout back then because they didn't want Saudi Arabia to be involved. But
that would have been because there were talks going on. I don't think like that is what I'm saying.
No, it was a deal done.
By the way, where's Pogba? What's happening with Pogba? Because I feel like that deal's linked to Pogba going somewhere.
Real Madrid have never been interested in Pogba. I've said this over a fucking year. They've never been interested in Pogba.
Huh.
Right? You may go to Juventus. This is nothing. Bellerin and Aaron Ramsey, right?
Yeah.
It was all kicking off yesterday between, how can Arsenal bloody swap Bellerin and Aaron Ramsey? Let's be honest now, right?
Yeah.
We are talking top-level players, right? Yeah. Aaron Ramsey's on 400,000 per week. He has 1 year left on his contract.
Euros, right?
After that one, even if he just sat in a fucking stand for a year, he still has 400,000 a week, and then after that year, he can be a free agent and he can choose whatever pay. He'll have a lot of money as a free agent to sign wherever, right?
Yeah.
That reporter who claimed that it's going to be a Bellerin, Aaron Ramsey is nonsense. What, you think Ramsey's going to take a pay cut to go to Arsenal and not have the opportunity to be a free agent to get shitload of money this time next year? Fucking
no,
nonsense.
the thing is, it is more they are trying to say that Aaron Ramsey wants to play and he wants to play regularly for Arsenal again. So that is the thing.
Juventus, look, it's clear Juventus want him
Could
off
be a loan.
off
Could be a
wage bill.
loan move. Could be a loan
It-
move.
It is clear Juventus want him off a wage bill. I can understand that. They realise they fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's not like the old days. We're not playing FIFA. You know, sell him, and buy him. If a player doesn't want to fucking move, the transfer will not take place.
So it could be a loan deal. It could be a swap deal with a loan. Like Ramsey's
Well, it
loaned
could
back
be,
to Arsenal.
but that reporter wasn't saying a loan.
Forget that reporter. I'm just saying, to be frank, if we give Juventus what they want and we are not getting a Buendia, we may take Aaron Ramsey on a loan.
Aaron Ramsey, right, will only go or move if he doesn't take a pay. You're talking. I know Aaron Ramsey's family, right, and I'm telling you now, Aaron Ramsey would not move. He's taken advice from Gareth Bale and his representatives. Aaron Ramsey would not move unless that wage is matched, whether it's 50-50 between Arsenal and Juventus or something like that. He will not move, and he will not fucking move a year before becoming a free agent. That's just fucking plain madness.
Wait, hold on. Wait. AFC
Right, hang
Bell.
on 1 second.
What
I'm
is
going to
this
go off
about?
camera for a sec.
Is Buendia deal to Aston Villa done? Igal has just started a stream. I'm just looking at AFC Bell's latest tweet. What does it say? Good evening, welcome to blah 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 blah. No, this isn't about it. Welcome to Afshim. No, this isn't one. Just check this out. Has anyone said that the Buendia to deal to Aston Villa is done? Anyway, Buendia, Antonio Conte, not this. Happy birthday, best wishes. No, I can't see him. No, Buendia, it's not mentioned here. No one has mentioned it.
Yeah,
This AFC. No, Igal is doing a stream that the Buendia one is done.
to Aston Villa.
Yeah, he mentioned it. I'm looking for proof. Hold on. Aston Villa, Grealish. Aston Villa to announce Emi Buendia signing on Sunday with Arsenal to miss out on transfer. Norwich is on the verge for a 30 million pounds. See, it's 30 million pounds. That is the thing. His 30 million pound offer, initial 30 million after completing medical in Argentina. What does Eduardo Hagen said? Stay on your seats. Maybe the player will pursue now is better, even better than Buendia. Reports are suggesting that Aston Villa are ahead. This was 5 minutes. Have any inside knowledge?
That's insane. But
Hold on, let me just watch what I'm.
must have been wages.
Okay. According to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal are exploring some different options. I don't know what he's talking about, but like which different options. But I guess it is more to do with Odegaard as well, as I was telling Adam. And Adam is back as well. Sorry, I was just looking through some of the news. There is still more to this Buendia deal. I get the feeling. Again, I'm still saying that I don't think he's going to Aston Villa. I won't.
Listen,
People are
clubs are used as pawns, really.
People are using
and
different numbers. This guy Michael Bailey. Hold on, Michael Bailey is saying 35 million pounds. The other guys were saying 30 million pounds. These guys are using different numbers just to say that Buendia is done. Some David Ornstein is saying 30 million pounds. The another guy Michael Bailey is saying 35 million pounds. These guys don't even fucking know their shit.
Getafe have got a 20% sell-on clause. Norwich has said 40 million pounds. I'm telling you, Norwich won't budge. Norwich will not budge. I'm telling you that now.
Eduardo Hagen is saying 35 million deal done. Then who else is saying? David Ornstein is saying, what is he saying? 30 million plus add-ons. And there is this other guy,
The
Michael
add-on
Bailey.
could make it 40 million, man. I'll take that.
Michael
I'll
Bailey is
take
saying
that as
35 million sale. One more reason why he's big up to, first of all, not the Euro Weekly News. Do subscribe to the channel since you're new. Big up to you. What I was trying to say is that because what I can see is that Arsenal had given him certain add-ons which seemed highly unlikely. So that is why they were like trying to like not sell him at that point of time with that offer that had been made. So now let's see whether what happens exactly in this scenario.
Listen, right. There's a few things, right? I don't know if you guys are knowledgeable of this, right? The French league, the French TV deal with the French league, right, have gone bust. Basically, the French TV channel, e.g., the Sky TV channel of the French league, which, right, who proposed to give all the French clubs, so many millions for showing the French league or Ligue 1, they've gone bust. So, meaning that every single French club, obviously apart from PSG, every single French club is desperate for money. That is why OR is now quoted from 50, 60, 70 million as he was last year to now 30 million. Right? Now, regarding the French league, that I've got my doubts with some of these players because it's a farmers' league. The French league is a farmers' league, right? However,
Yeah.
it also can be basically the pound fucking shop of the transfer market because the French clubs need the money.
See,
right?
the thing is,
And
with respect to that,
I think it could be going back in for OR, especially if the price has dropped 50% than it was last year.
yeah, the price around for OR right now is around 30 odd million. As per what the reports are coming in.
In there as well, Natasha. Is it in the euros?
Yeah, but won't there be like a Brexit tax kind of going on for that?
No, the guy's got a French passport, so it'd be no euro. The thing is, if he's good enough, if he qualifies for to play in Britain, then he'll qualify. He plays for a French national team.
Yeah, no, what I mean to say is, what I was asking you was, like, won't there be like an additional charge for the because of Brexit now, like an additional tax kind of ad?
Hang on, Natesh. He's not the bloody container of. He's not a container of fucking oranges coming from France or something. He's a human being. He's not bloody a container of fucking French baguettes or fucking onions coming over.
No, I know that, but didn't the UK government add an additional, like, you have to pay an additional amount if you're trying to get foreign players into the country now, like sign them?
I tell you what, right? In the chat, not Euro Weekly News.
Yeah.
Will know. He will know. Because I know him. Right.
And, so there is no additional amount that you're paying now, because I heard the prices will go up because of Brexit.
No, that was just the fear factor. That was just a fear factor before Brexit. The prices won't go up, man. The bottom line is France, because of a French TV deal, French clubs are fucking struggling at the moment. Really bad, really, really badly. You can pick up, as you say, OR, a 50 million, 60 million quoted player last year for 30 million now.
Yeah, that his price has anyways gone down because his contract is almost running out, so they need to sell him.
Prices of players in French league have gone down right across the board because clubs are fucked financially, apart from PSG, obviously.
So what happened with France is it's the fact that the season didn't finish. Were there like lawsuits?
No, what happened was the TV company who won the rights for showing French football, right? They won the rights because they put the best deal on the table, right? basically because of COVID, COVID messed up their financial plan for that season. That TV company went bust.
Oh.
So every single French club have not had a penny from the TV rights. So they as well as COVID, the financial whole of COVID, they've also got a financial hole from the TV company, which was meant to be giving every bloody club however million. So basically, it's a free market. The French transfer market at the moment is a free market, a flea market. It's a jumbo sale. It's a car boot sale, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
Maybe, and it's not a bad thing, maybe Arsenal pulled away from Buendia because they're okay, if we get Buendia for 40 million, but yet we can get Uar for 30 million, then surely that's a benefit to the club.
Yeah, that is why I was saying that if there is no additional fee, then it makes sense, because 30 million for OR would be in euros, 30 million euros, and that is anyways going to be cheaper than 40 million pounds. So that will be like around 10 million, the difference in euros if you compare it.
Well,
So,
it's around about 10%. Around about 10%. So
yeah, even 35 million euros would still be cheaper.
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, I having seen Buendia at both Championship, and Norwich when they were I would definitely put more. I'd have more. If I was in charge of the coffers at Arsenal, in charge of money at Arsenal, I'd have more confidence in putting it into Uar than Buendia. That is the bottom line.
See, I don't disagree with that, but the problem right now is when every journalist out there, everyone involved with the club is pointing to the fact that okay, we are getting Buendia, we are on the verge of getting Buendia, and then it suddenly just goes away, and Aston Villa is the one who are buying him. It is kind of like a bit disheartening for the fan base as well. So I can understand where some of these sad guys are coming out from, like, because all the focus had suddenly gone on to Buendia, and now it is like, okay, we're not getting Buendia. So I can understand.
But sometimes on the test, sometimes PR, let's call it PR sections of a club, or they do it deliberately. They do it deliberately so that it doesn't focus attention on some transfers. Let's be honest. Arsenal played a blinder getting Partey last year. We were all fucking stumped, right?
No, you were stumped.
No, even Atleti was stumped as well, right? Sometimes by chucking a diversion in with the media, with the help of the media, it helps get the player you really want, but also B, get the player you want at a reasonable fee, because no other clubs have grabbed the media attention.
See, I am just hoping that if the French clubs don't have money, that we get a few more players. I think the right back, Lille right back, could be one of those, because he's played with Pepe. He was being linked. I think his name is Baku, if I'm not wrong. And
well, I think to be honest, I think if you're gonna pick out of the French league, you probably need to avoid Lille and PSG because of Champions League money, and PSG just will blow anyone out of the way with wages.
But you need to understand with Lille, what the thing is, even though they may have Champions League money, if they have also lost a lot of money, they would probably consider selling one or two players.
Well, that's probably a fair point, but sometimes
look at Inter Milan. Winning the league, still want to sell Lukaku for 80 million or Hakimi for 80 million. They are still trying.
Say that again.
I'm saying, look at Inter Milan. Won the Serie A after how many years? 9 years. They still want to sell Lukaku because they don't have enough money, because they want to make an 80 million profit, because they are in losses. Even though they are getting Champions League money, they won the league, they still want to sell him because they want to make an 80 million profit to compensate their losses.
Well, how old is check on a computer. How old
I think
is
he's
Lukaku?
like 29, if I'm not wrong.
Right. Well, there you go. It's nothing about him not being good enough. It's basically it's probably be a last chance to
28,
cash in on him.
28.
There you go. It's a last chance to
No,
cash
it's
in
not.
on him.
It's not about him not being good enough. He's like their
Yeah,
best
no.
player right now. It's just that they need to make profit, and that is why they were not ready to back Antonio Conte.
No, hey, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
Lukaku is 28, coming up. When's his birthday? Is it
it's gone. It's already done.
right?
May,
So it's
it's in May.
28, right?
Yeah.
He'll have no sell-on value on his next contract.
No, they would have kept him. They would have kept him for a
but
long
he's got
term. He
no
just
sell-on
came to the
value.
club.
He's got no sell-on value. We're thinking of clubs that is different now, right? You give the big contracts to players probably under the age of 28, 27 maybe, right? Because they always think of sell-on value.
They may not even sell him. They may sell Hakimi for 80 million. The main reason they're trying to sell is to make profit because they have losses to recover.
The main reason it's selling now is because if he has a shit season next year, then we can't fucking cash in. Because he'd be hitting 30 and he's had a shit season.
Adam, Hakimi is 22.
Hakimi is 22. Lukaku.
I know, but they're trying to sell any player to make that profit that they want to make, 80 million. That is their target, which they want to recover losses from. It's not certain that they're selling Lukaku. They may sell both and try to make 160 odd million and then spend that money. But right now they are trying to sell at least one and make that 80 million recovery.
And another thing as well, Nitesh.
Yeah.
Listen, back in the 90s, I loved the Italian league. Yeah, I really did. I've been to a couple of Milan derbies. I went to a Rome derby as well. I loved it. Serie A back in the 90s was by far the best league in the fucking world. Right? Absolutely by far the best league in the world. Milan won Champions League every fucking year. It really was. Nowadays, even though Inter have won it, and it's nice to see a different club win Serie A, right? I still think they are third. It's the third best league in Europe, and another player could come in and score as many goals as fucking Lukaku. I really do.
Anyways,
the standard of Serie A is poor.
Anyways, let's see what happens there. Overall, it is a slow league. A lot of players will be going there. It's become a retirement home now of sorts. And what I was thinking of, we have already gone on for 2 hours and 17 minutes. Our main focus was supposed to be the Portugal national team, which we have talked about to an extent. And we have covered a lot of players there, most of them. So what we'll do is we'll now wrap it up because I got some other work.
Hang on, before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
What Spain and Portugal, right? How did you think that game went? Because you just asked me for my opinion. I didn't hear your opinion. How do you think that game went last night?
I didn't see the entire game. I saw most of the highlights, but according to me, it was very boring in comparison to what I expected. And I heard what I read also is that the Portuguese fans were booing their team at the end of it all. So I don't think it
was that many. If I'm honest, it was 15,000.
Yeah, but the Portuguese side of the fan base was booing their fans. So their own team, sorry. So if that is the kind of message, I think they also expected more from this team. And Spain, Morata had that chance. Bargav said it. Chris said it. Melina said it. He should be scoring that chance that he got at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem with Spain. That's the problem with Spain is that
they got their own Timo Werner.
No. The striker position they're struggling with. They really are struggling.
Moreno is better. Gerard Moreno is way better. He's going to be probably starting. Morata is not going to start.
Wow, I don't know.
Do you like Gerard Moreno?
Do I like him? There's better out there. There's better out there by far. I don't think he's. I think there's better out there who he hasn't picked actually.
Like who?
Oh, that one, the Celta Vigo striker who used to play for Liverpool. Aspas.
Isn't he at Villarreal now?
No. He's at Celta Vigo, and he wasn't selected. It was
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, Paco Alcacer is at Villarreal. Sorry,
Yeah.
Aspas is not at Villarreal,
Yeah.
but he's
Aspas.
33.
But he's better than what they got up front.
No, Moreno has had a crazy season, so he's picked Moreno because of that.
But he's
I
still
would have
should do Aspas better than fucking.
I would have probably
better.
taken Alcacer over Morata. I think he's just gone there for.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Before we finish off here, look at the top goal scorers in La Liga last year. Where's fucking Aspas compared to the others?
In La Liga 2021. Let's see. Messi 30, Moreno 23, Benzema, Suarez. Let me see. Moreno is second highest, as I was telling you.
Yeah.
So there is no doubt about that. My main doubt is about Morata. I think it's more to do with that he won the league and stuff. And
No. How many did Aspas go last year?
fifth is Yusuf and Nesiri. Wait, who else is there? It doesn't mention who's beyond the top 5.
Right. Okay.
Let me tell you how many has Morata has goals in the La Liga. Let me just tell you.
Standard is worse. Standard in Serie A because he was Juventus, isn't he?
Who?
Morata.
No, Morata is with Atletico Madrid, right?
Oh, but he went on loan, didn't he, to Juventus last year?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, he went. Was he sold? Wait. I thought he was back with Atletico Madrid. Then what happened between Juventus and him? And yeah, he went on loan from 2020. He was on loan, and his numbers are he got 11 goals in the Serie A in 32 games, 10 assists. That is why I guess he's been taken, and 6 goals in the Champions League, 1 assist. I think the numbers justify it.
Right,
but the thing is,
have a look at
Yeah.
Celta Vigo had a real bad season last year, real bad. Have a look at Celta Vigo. Find out how many Aspas have, because Aspas is more all-round striker than fucking
Morata. But I think that it's the age and the form that he's been picked at. Because again, as I was saying, that when he's gone back to Juventus, even though it's the Serie A, and we don't really rate it that much, Aspas played 33 games. He had 10 goals and 13 assists. He has more assists and goals, but I think it's because of the
all-round striker. Do you know what I mean?
No, but the thing is, 2 things. Morata played only 2,071 minutes. He's 183 minutes per goal, and Aspas is like 205. So the number of, you can say the goals per minute are low, and the age factor.
The quality of teammates between Juventus and Celta Vigo.
Yeah.
You know, Aspas is a very, very underrated striker, and always has been, because he had a poor period at Liverpool, and everyone judges him off Liverpool. But it was outrage over you when he wasn't selected. Even if it is backup, he's a much better backup than some of the others which have got there.
That is what I'm saying. I think the main problem is his age. If he wasn't 33, if he was like a bit younger, I think he would have taken him.
But also as well,
yeah.
You know, you may not know. Many people out of Spain may not know, but also political affinities. Political affinities also do come into it. And
I forgot one thing. They sent out Morata on loan and got Suarez. That is why they got Suarez. So that is why you are right. Yeah. So, but the thing is, the main problem is, if he's building a team for the next World Cup, that is 1 year later, I don't think he would go for a 33-year-old guy. Yeah, go ahead.
There's no fucking strikers coming through. There's no out-and-out strikers coming through. Moreno, okay, but you need a backup at least.
That is what I'm saying. I think there are 2 options that he has. One, either you play Moreno, 29, and the other thing is then try Morata, who's younger. If he doesn't if it doesn't work, he then plays a false nine. As simple as that. Maybe play Ferran Torres as a false nine. It's
Did
the
you
trend.
hear about Unai Emery bought a club over here as well?
Yeah, I saw that video link. I couldn't see the entire video because I was already live at that point of time that you shared. But I saw the name of the club, and I mentioned it on the stream as well.
Well, you know what, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't watch the video, no worries at all. But the link to it's an interesting link, right? The link
Yeah.
is both his father and his grandfather played for this club, right?
Yeah.
His grandfather must have played in goal, right? He conceded the first ever goal in the Spanish top flight.
For that club was in the Spanish top flight.
Sorry?
That club was in the Spanish top flight.
Yeah. Many years ago now. You're talking, it would have been like when the Spanish top flight started.
Yeah, obviously, because like
goal,
first ever goal, yeah.
and because of a first ever goal conceded in the Spanish top flight. There you go.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So I get what you're saying. That is why probably it's like more of historic importance to him.
Yeah.
I don't
That's why
think,
his brother is involved. That's why his brother is involved.
but that's a good thing. Emery spending his money right, I guess. But will that club grow? We don't know yet. Maybe he'll go there someday when he's done with managing bigger clubs and retire in peace. And
Well, the problem over here is that once again next year the lower leagues have been restructured. It seems to be absolutely impossible for some of the lesser teams to get promotion, because every time you think they get promoted, like I've just had a notification from a Norwich City fan channel saying that Aston Villa have signed Buendia for 35 million.
I think they're going on at the back of these news that everyone else is talking about.
I'll have a look at it now, and I'll see what.
Let's see what happens. We'll all know about it. Igal also sent out the tweet, even though like some are saying that it will be confirmed in a day, some are saying it will be confirmed by Sunday. But more or less, it seems to be the case that Buendia is going to Aston Villa, as I said. So let's see what happens there. But
the thing is, Natesh, if Igal told me, if I was in my living room and Igal walked in, right?
Yeah.
And I said, Igal, what's the weather like outside? And he said, oh, it's raining. I would still go outside myself and fucking check where the weather is. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying, but the thing is, he doesn't bring the news out. He gets it from somewhere, or he watches it on Twitter and then does a video, so that he doesn't lose his credibility, whatever he has.
You make sure you put links into the description.
So no, he must have. Fake news. He always shows the article or the tweet on his video, because so that it doesn't come back to haunt him. But the thing is, as I said, he must have seen some verified journalists say it, like a few have said it, that it could be announced in a day or by the end of the week on Sunday. That is tomorrow. So let's see what happens there.
Yeah,
and let's see how
said, if he told me it was fucking raining outside, I'd still go out and check.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's see what happens there, and I get what you're saying.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I
hope your dad gets better, man.
Yeah, I know. And thanks, Barker, much appreciated. And also as well, if you don't mind me saying on the stream, Natesh, I've got on my Twitter, basically, Strip. Oh, I can't remember a fucking name now, if I'm honest.
Strip Bear.
What is it?
Strip Bear.
No, there's a company who has got in contact with me and said, look, can you tag us in a tweet of yours, and if you have 200 likes of that tweet, then we will give you a free shirt. So I went back to them. I said, hang on. I went back to them and I said, look, okay, but can you give me a free shirt of maybe a local club or a UK club in which I could then get a player of that club to sign the shirt, authenticate it, and then a local charity can
sell it.
auction it or whatever. So before I come off here, can anyone go onto my Twitter, please like it and also retweet it as well, because it then creates a snowball effect, gets others to like it and so on. And also as well, on Monday, how the hell I'm gonna do it, I don't know. But on Monday, I got the presenter of La Liga TV. Come on,
Yeah,
have a chat.
everyone
Salino,
must be
have a
waiting
chat.
for that.
Wait,
Everyone must
presenter?
be waiting for that.
Is that like Ray
know.
Hudson? Is that Ray
Sorry.
Hudson? Is that like Ray Hudson?
No, it's a female. It's a good-looking female.
No, I actually don't know.
Salima's going to come on.
Okay.
We're gonna have a good chat. You know, she wanted to do one in Spanish and in English, but I'm actually watching her now on TV. No, I haven't got my cock out, but
that you're saving for Monday.
but anyway, yeah, she's coming on. We'll have a good chat and take it from there.
Is that a
You know,
live stream?
you should have invited her for a live interview.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, with live interviews, Natesh, and at the moment I'm getting trolling, and these former footballers and
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't call them celebrities, but you know, people in a public eye, they're giving me their time to come on my channel, and you know what, I don't want trolls to ruin it, because so what I'm doing live shows when it's kind of like unprofessional, having a banter kind of thing. But when it comes to turning it on, being professional, having a good chat with people within the world of football, I'm not going to risk going live anymore.
So, are you going to be like doing it, pre-recording it and stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to do an upload. It's going to be Spanish time 7:30, so UK time 6:30. It'll be probably uploaded Monday night around about 10 o'clock, because I don't know, the uploads, YouTuber bloody, it's taken ages for, I don't know if you were experienced the same, but YouTube uploads are taking ages recently.
You mean like processing wise?
No, it's your internet. It's your internet.
Yeah.
It's your internet.
Maybe.
It depends on the length of the video, also, though.
No, it's mainly his internet. It's his internet. All.
Yeah, so
I have done.
A good chat. Gonna have a good chat, and yeah, actually, she's gonna be a first female on my fucking channel.
You're not gonna sleep for 2 nights.
I know. I'm not gonna take Viagra.
But before we wrap it up, Adam, just give a shout to your channel.
Yes, Football Brownie on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Almost hitting the 800 now. We're probably 10 away from 800. Fucking doing my head in, if I'm honest with you. I'm really, you know, sometimes in the test, you know, I'm bargain.
If you promote that video right,
so
we
much
cross
work
800
into it.
or even 850.
Sorry?
If you promote the video.
No, I was saying, if you promote the video right, you will probably cross 850 or 900.
I know. But you guys know yourself. I mean, you know, before you reach 1,000, right? You put so much fucking work into videos and so on. It can really get you down.
Yeah, I know.
It really can get you down, and yeah, so I'm 200 short now. It's fucking we are almost there. So if anyone can help, share, subscribe, whatever.
Wait, how many do you have?
Absolutely, I'd be fucking honored.
He's at 800.
You're at 800 right now. Okay.
Yeah, well, 790.
790. Okay.
Yeah, I gave you 10%. I gave you 1% discount. Like, okay, 0.5% maybe. But anyways, where can people find you, Bhargav? Your channel?
Yeah, my channel's in the works. It's not completely like launched yet. But it's called BK Reflections for now. But we will be doing modding to that, so I'll put the link in for later.
Yeah, your voice is like quite low. But
Okay.
sorry, Adam, you can also put it in the description. Bhargav, you can also put it in the description.
Well,
And
you put it
Igal
in
right
truth,
now,
and you're a
Igal
bloody
is
channel owner, you fucking lazy bastard.
Igal right now is live and he has 900 people watching. So I
Yeah.
think it's time to jump onto his channel in
Fuck
some
off.
time. So big up to both of you for joining in.
Yeah.
Our monetization at Beyond the Post is just less than 1,000 watch hours away now. Let's see when that happens. So big up to everyone who
Oh, I've
supported.
smashed the watch hours. I smashed the watch hours on the Lee fucking Gunner videos alone, my friend.
I know, but I don't want to give that whatever more airtime. So I'm not going to waste my breath on him.
No, I know.
But
So I'm completely different to a normality. Normally, people hit the subscribers first, and then it's the watch hours they're chasing. But I've hit the watch hours, no problem at all. So I'm chasing the subscribers. Try saying that with a list.
subscribers. No, okay, but whatever. I tried that, but the main thing is, what I'm trying to say is, I think your thing is that you will get your subscribers if you just try to push it around and go on a few more channels as well.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
doing more stuff with other people.
Well, I'm going to have Flying Pig United on soon, but
I have a bad wound right now, which is like irritating me for the
I
last
had
2
the
days.
developer on the other day, and I tell you what, it went up nearly 40.
Wait, what? From
I had developer, the YouTuber
Who?
developer.
Oh yeah, got it.
Yeah.
The developer.
Oh, I tell you what, he's a great guy. He got 3 channels now. Because I've already set up a new channel as well.
Yeah.
Regarding cryptocurrency.
The thing I'm telling you, Adam, do like as I said, go on different channels. Like this one is loaded now. Do Arsenal transfer news. He's getting 900 views for that one video right now. Igal is killing it with the Buendia one. But anyways, now almost 1,000 people are watching right now. So
Well, I tell you what, if you allow me
Yeah.
to go for a piss, and then I can do my own fucking video, you prick. Fucking end it, will you? End it, my friend.
Yeah.
End it.
So be home, be